That shit is not big facts.
It is.
Jesus.
Your throat is deeper than mine, and
Pause.
I mean,
Fucking pause.
it is what it is. Did you catch that?
Jesus Christ.
Did they catch that?
Are you fucking kidding me?
At the beginning of the show?
You got
You're now tuned in.
You're now tuned into that.
You're now tuned in live to Seriously Not Another Podcast. I'm your host, being ready, joined, and sitting across from my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful co-host, AC.
What's happening?
For everybody listening, I want to say pause
Pause.
to that shit that you heard at the beginning of the show. And I hope you got a good laugh out of it.
That deep throat issue.
Pause. Let's take a shot. Let's take a shot for this. This our second show with just the two amigos?
Yes, just the two of us.
We got
This nigga trying to Bill Cosby me.
we got
Woo!
we got a lot in
fuck
store
is
for y'all
this?
tonight. We got a lot.
I don't think that was a regular shot.
Got a lot in store for y'all tonight. Yeah, that was a regular shot. You had to hit the soda after that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, she's like, hurry up and pass the hook.
I don't know about that one. Shit. I think it's because last week we had a nice, good, sober issue, which I must say, not to toot our own horn like you said last week, but I think last week's episode was fucking fantastic.
Yes, it was. It most definitely
That
was.
shit was kind of genius.
So you, if y'all listened last week, we had some very dope callers called in, and the points was it was crazy. AC was 1,000% on her game, executing. Who else was on there? Lavoisier, grow the heck up.
Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles was in the building. Hold on, he actually showed up.
Yeah, and you know what? I never thought I'd say this, but the nigga did not look as corny as I expected. The nigga was lightweight attractive. I was shocked. Like, what? I mean, you know.
You thought he was gonna look corny.
I definitely thought he was gonna look corny. Like, I thought he was gonna look like somebody who definitely don't get no pussy whatsoever.
You thought he was gonna show up with the MAGA hat?
I thought he was definitely gonna show up with the MAGA hat and like gonna show up with like some fucking flooding ass pants and probably some dirty Vans or some shit like that. Like, that was not the case at all. So, I still don't like the nigga, but he was decent. He was good.
But the show went it went good, and better than I thought it was gonna be. Y'all had did y'all talk before the show?
No, we didn't.
Just came in and got it in.
Yep. I mean, honestly, he was actually very quiet before the show. I think that he was like probably not sure how it was going to be in person. Because, he talked so much shit before. So he probably didn't know what the vibe was going to be like. But, it was cool.
Yeah.
It
was pretty dope, man. And I appreciate him for respecting the show. And, it turned out very, very good. It's most definitely in my top 3 shows since
I agree.
Since we've been doing our thing.
Definitely.
So shout out to episode 31.
Yes, 31 flavors. It tasted real good. Yes, it did. It was like a butter pecan issue. It was good.
Jeez.
It was really good.
So, today, everybody know we do our shows on Friday, which means we pick Fridays to have a Friday fuckery.
Yes.
And should I start the Friday fuckery? I'll start the Friday fuckery. So, my Friday fuckery was pretty interesting.
Okay, what happened, son? Tell them what happened, son.
Tell them why you mad, son.
Tell them why you mad, son.
So I had 2 friends call me this week, two friends, both are females, and
Player.
nah, not even like that. Now, one, we good, and in the recent times, she only called when she need a favor, and when she called, I answered the phone. I was like, "What happened? Cause you calling me? What happened?" Oh, she went into this situation. I'm like, man, it's pretty funny every time you call. I can't get a call like, "What up? What's happening?"
Right. Just a check in.
How you doing? How work been going? How's your sister? How's this and that? Nothing. All I get is a call, and bam, you asking for favors. Now, the second one calls or texts me and was like, "Hey, can you help me out? I need, I need a favor too. I need a favor. She need a favor as well." And I'm like, "Yo, this is nuts, because why do you need a favor? Because you just had a man over your house.
Whole ass man.
A whole ass nigga.
Not a half, but a whole ass man.
Flossing it on Snapchat. Pictures and all of this. Like, why am I getting called for the favors?
Because she giving that nigga money. He probably the one who needed the shit.
Ooh, I've been in a situation like that before, to where a dude that I'm cool with both of them. He had a chick hit me up about money for a down payment for a car. Like, what the fuck do these motherfuckers think I am? Like, bruh.
The disrespect.
Now, I only brought this up because I felt, on one, I'm like, man, fuck that shit. I'm not doing no favors. I'm tired of my female friends hitting me up when they should have the niggas that they sleep with or hang out with, whatever the case. They should be the ones doing these favors, right? But on the other hand, I'm like, damn, like, am I being a bad friend?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know for me, like, I rarely call for favors. Or if I'm stuck in a rut, like, that shit is rare.
And calling for favors and calling for money is two different things.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I mean, I've called, like, Asian, be like, oh, like, damn, I'm running late from work. Like, can you pick up Nia for me?
Favor.
Or, she may already be passing that way or something. Or,
right.
Oh, mom's in the hospital. Can you check on her for me? Shit like that. But money, and we all in the struggle, like, that's a whole different situation. And that's not to say that people can't ask me for money, but at the same damn time, like, it depends on who's asking you for money. It depends on how much money they asking you for, and it depends on whether or not you got the shit.
Right.
Now, sidebar, I have a problem with niggas thinking that it's cool to ask for money. Like, it's this, like, thing that's going on right now. Like, me and my homegirls got this little, like, thing where we call these niggas, like, $20 ass niggas. Because it seemed like $20 is, like, the socially acceptable amount for a nigga to ask a bitch for. Like, oh, babe, you got $20. But then recently, that shit just went up to $40. So now these niggas went from being $20 ass niggas to being $40 ass niggas.
Well, you got to change with the times. $20 $20 probably get you by in the 2000s. We in the 2010s.
It's bad when I had to block a motherfucker on Cash App. Like, you should never just be randomly sending me Cash App requests. Like,
are you fucking kidding me?
This is not Facebook, bro. Like, don't fucking send me no Cash App requests at 2 a.m, my nigga. Like, are you a crackhead or what?
Like, even that's nuts. Just sending
like,
a request. Like, unless I talk to you.
Well, he had me blocked, and I had him blocked. So we didn't even have no way to call each other. But the nigga still sent me a motherfucking Cash App request. Like, how dare you? Obviously, we're not communicating. So why would you feel like you could fucking send me a Cash App request?
Yeah.
That's just some fucking pure savagery. But I just, like, I don't know. I remember there was a time where, like, a nigga probably would have been ashamed of himself to ask a woman for money. And now I feel like niggas is almost, like, proud of themselves for being able to say like, oh yeah, I got some money out this bitch. Like, when did that become cool for niggas to feel comfortable getting money out of a bitch? Like, I don't.
And niggas,
I didn't get the memo.
Niggas would flip it. They'll ask you for the money and ask to borrow it, but when they get to their dudes, like, yeah, you know, the bitch gave me some bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's trash.
I don't know. And then another thing, like, not to like carry on this topic too much, but like the same niggas who will do that, like, will be the niggas who will like think it's not cool to like buy a bitch a drink in the club or like take a bitch out to eat, but then at the same breath will pay for they niggas to get in the club or some shit like that. Like, that shit is weird as fuck to me. You think it's not cool to pay for something for the bitch that you're fucking or trying to fuck, but you think it's cool to pay for some shit for a whole ass nigga that you supposedly not fucking? Where do they do that at? Like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't get it. I just want to know. I'm asking for a friend. That's all.
Well, I mean,
Pull Up said it's called juicing a bitch, AC. I believe you. I mean, that's why I block motherfuckers on Cash App.
oh yeah, and let me apologize. Oops, let me apologize to everybody that was in the message board last week, because the episode was so intense and deep that I didn't get a chance to read off everybody's messages, and y'all was in there going up. So tonight I most definitely will be in here, because I'm in here now. So we got pull up in the fucking building. Talk Flirty, blowing smooches. Young Dolly said, what up? I'm all about the fuckery.
What's happening? Yes, you know I live for fuckery.
Talk Flirty, what you feel? But she said, oh man, now I feel bad.
Because she must be one of those who asked for change or something.
Nah, it wasn't her. She got her.
No,
own.
I'm not saying she asked you for change, but I'm saying maybe she's asked someone for change,
Ah.
because for her to say she feel bad, like, have you asked a nigga for some change? Like,
Talk Flirty said inflation, and Burnout said they acting like women, more like cocker. She said,
Pull Up said, yep, all I got for a hoe is steak. As in, like, that dick or what? Like, what kind of steak?
tube steak.
Tube steak?
Yeah,
What is that?
tube steak, trouser trout.
I don't know what these things mean.
Trouser trout is swipe. Trouser trout, tube steak. That's all words for
Dick.
swipe. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Talk Flirty said, LOL, that was a booty call request since y'all have each other blocked.
You think that a motherfucker sending you a $20 Cash App request is a booty call request? I don't know. Put it this way. If you got to send me a Cash App request to ask for some cootie cat, it's a deny. Period.
And if
It's unattractive. That doesn't get me fucking moist at all, actually.
If two of the women that I'm talking about listen to the show, don't feel bad. It's not you, it's me.
Nah, it's them. You bitches need to get y'all money up, goddammit. It's too many ways to get bread out here. Postmates, Lyft, Uber,
What up, Backpage?
Backpage is outdated, but fucking what they call that shit? Premium fucking Snapchat or whatever the fuck you gotta do besides just,
That's actually, I'm gonna talk about that later in
at
the show.
least finesse a nigga. It's like insinuate. You don't just outright ask like, oh, can I have $20? You gotta like be like, oh, like, dang, it's been a rough week, like, and then on top of that, my car broke down. They said it was gonna be $50 to fix my battery, and I only got $30. And then let you say, oh, I got $20 if you need it. You don't just ask a motherfucker. Like, come on.
Nah, they gonna.
Come on. You got to know how to do this. Come on.
Damn, I was about to say something. That shit threw me the fuck off.
I'm sorry.
You good. Oh. And for those listening, we will have a special guest in the house tonight. He's on his way from somewhere in the IE.
I thought it was Rialto or something.
Yeah, that's an IE. We have Young Dolomite from the Cat versus Dog show that'll be starting in the beginning half of next year, or the beginning of next year.
Gee.
He'll be joining us, probably be pulling up in 30 minutes.
In about 30 minutes.
Join us in the second half of the show. You did. So let's get to it. What you got? What you got for this week?
This nigga Anthony said, AC cash at me $10 and I rubbed them crusty ass toes.
Damn.
If I cash app you $10, you're gonna have to rub on my titties or something. Like, come on. I don't want my toes rubbed. But speaking of $10 though, what's up with everybody being all thirsty with the lottery? Like, I done seen so many people buying lotto tickets. Like, and when I add up all the fucking pools that people have asked me to join that I thankfully did not join because no one won, like, easily could have been about $50. Easily.
Each pool?
Well, when you add up like $2 here, $5 there,
right.
$10 there, that shit adds up. And then everybody's like, oh, let's do it again. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like everybody just real, like, fanatical about this lotto shit right now. It almost seemed like it's a plot or a fucking setup or something. Like, oh, let's keep raising this shit so everybody keep buying tickets, and then we can use this bread to fucking get out this fucking deficit we in or some shit. Like,
right.
Because everybody buying lotto tickets.
That's what I said. I was like, how are we trillions and zillions in debt and we able to pay this lottery shit? Pay this, what was it, 1.6 billion?
Pull up his asshole. I did not buy no lotto tickets. That's on my daughter. You know what? And I ain't even gonna lie. If I had like extra bread to just throw around, I might have. But I've been trying to be very disciplined about spending my money on bullshit. So I legitimately didn't.
You got $2 to throw around.
I probably do have $2 to throw around, but I'm not in the mood to gamble right now. I'd rather invest my shit on some shit that's guaranteed. If I had $2 to throw around, I'd probably spend that shit on something like, like a meal or something versus a fucking lotto ticket. I'd be getting me some fucking large fries from Rallies or something versus a fucking lotto ticket.
Now I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't buy me some tickets. I think I spent like.
Did you win?
Like I said, I brought me some tickets.
Bought tickets. No win.
I brought tickets. Even shout out to Talk Flirty. We went in and brought some tickets. It was an epic fail.
I mean, Flirty, I feel you as far as missing the shots, and I'm not gonna act like I've never bought tickets before, but I don't know. When it comes to gambling, I only gamble when I'm in a position where I can't afford to lose. Like right now, I need that $2. Like I'm not in a position to be just throwing around $2 every other day to be trying to fucking. Nah, I need to be saving. I'm in stack mode right now. I'm not in gamble mode right now. That's just me. And even though it sounds like $2 ain't shit, like when you throwing that shit out every 2 and 3 days on a pool at work and a little sidebar pool and this pool, that shit is like $10 every time. I'm good, love, enjoy. Like I can't do it right now.
Yeah, that's basically close to $20 a month on lottery.
He said I don't got $2. If you listen to what the fuck I'm saying, what I'm saying is that if you have 10 motherfuckers asking you for $2, that's $20. I'm not doing it. Okay. But y'all do it. Did any of y'all win? I'll wait. Exactly. Just saying. But I still got my $2. Where's your $2? I could go get me a large fry right now. Can you get you a large fry? I'll wait.
Anybody in the message boards, did any of you win a scratch off or anything? Anything?
Exactly. That's like, how they was talking about that nigga who took the $1,500 on The Price is Right instead of him continuing to play on Plinko or whatever that was.
The car, yeah.
Everybody got choices,
He probably like, nigga, I need $1,500 right now.
A guaranteed $1,500 versus
a dice roll. Oh, we got.
Oh, Pull Up said he won 30. Congratulations.
Talk Flirty said she won $2. Oh, Elisa, that's her name.
Yeah, that's my bestie. What's happening, boo?
What up? She been in here. She been in here before, right?
Yeah, she was here.
Appreciate you joining the message boards. All right, so basically,
Oh, one more Friday fuckery topic.
let's go. What you got?
So, sidebar. So y'all know I went to the Drake and Migos concert, which I was a little underwhelmed. I went to the one that was on Tuesday, October the 16th, and I did not know at the time that was the same day as the BET Hip Hop Awards. So, needless to say, we didn't have no guests. I felt deprived, but
that's the day that they air it. The BET Awards get filmed over the weekend, and I think it was in Miami. So yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that it was in LA. My point was just to say that no one showed up. Like nobody came to the concert.
Like no,
like all like the concert that was like the weekend before or whatever. They said that like Travis Scott came,
YG.
Cardi B was there, like all kind of people. LeBron James, like a whole bunch of people. We had nobody.
Velton, what up?
And the energy was down. But segueing just to say, like, I just read some shit talking about the Migos about to get sued. Apparently, they saying that they stole "Walk It Like I Talk It" from somebody.
Now it was somebody's song already, and
that's what they saying. There's this dude. I forgot where he was out of. It's like a little underground artist or something, but he's claiming that he had a song called "Walk It, Talk It" or something like that, and he's saying that they stole his shit.
Well, I believe it. I mean, it's something that happens in the industry quite often. I mean, if you hear a lot of people don't even have like they stuff copywritten, so they take the dice roll, and they probably win in court anyway. What, you in the message board?
I'm laughing because Philip said, "I'll buy you a broke ass a large fry, bitch." Well, if that's the case, let me run you my Cash App right now. $ Amber L Holloway. It's HOLLOWAY. I need a whole ass $3, and I'm holding you to that shit. And if I don't get that shit by the end of the show, I'm calling your ass out. So pull the fuck up with my $3 because I'm going to go to rallies as soon as I leave here, and I'm not bullshitting. And if you do run that shit, I will give you a shout out. I'm not playing. I'm serious. Since you want to talk all this shit with your broke ass, buy me a fry, motherfucker, because I want it. Shit. Run these nuts. But anyway. So what we talking about? Which one we gonna talk about first? Because we got some shit for y'all asses. I just don't even know which one to get into first because I mean, put it this way, it's been a lot of racially charged shit going on this week, and that's why we called this episode the race issue, because it's like last week, what's his name, Mr. Pickles was saying like certain shit is not about race, and I think like even when it's not about race, it's still about race. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that's been going on lately, it's about race.
There's been a lot of shit about race.
I mean, where do we begin? Okay, the chick with the video talking about, she says, "I'm not a black woman. I'm a Christian woman who happens to be black."
I think maybe I should play it.
Yeah, play the audio for them. You got it saved? Because I got it saved.
Yes, I do. Right here. Let me cue it. Okay, here we go.
I do not describe myself as a black woman because that gives too much power to my blackness. I don't want black, my race, to be the describing adjective, the defining adjective of who I am as a woman. I am not a black woman. I am a Christian woman who happens to be black. Because it's the job of your adjective to describe the noun of who you are. And if there's going to be an...
Yeah. So...
Right, pause. Pause.
So, yeah.
I mean, that was basically the end of it. I don't know.
Now...
So, in other words, she thinks that... So, if you have to use an adjective to describe yourself, and if you have to choose between saying you're a Christian man or a black man that happens to be Christian, or no, how she said she's a Christian woman who happens to be black. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Now, don't get me wrong. I love God, like, to the core. But I'm still a black woman first. I'm a black woman that loves God. Okay. I don't know that I would say I'm a Christian woman who happens to be black. Like, for me, I'm always a black woman first, because in today's society, before anything, they're going to see a black woman before they see that I'm a Christian woman. You know what I'm saying? And whether or not she wants to face that reality, like, they're not going to see her and be like, oh, that's a Christian woman who happens to be black. They're going to be like, oh, that's a black woman. And maybe she's a Christian, like, based on how she carries herself.
Now, and I'm going to speak, because I heard a few Christians talking about this, and some do agree. Like, it's your religion over race. Now, I can't go into deep depths about it, but I guess I understand, because it's not, they live by Christian rules and they don't live by their race. It's more about their morals. You know what I'm saying? Like how a lot of them don't like to be under hip, or the hip situation, or the culture, follow the culture. Like, oh, you're not a part of this culture situation. Mm-hmm. You're like, forget your culture. Like, I'm me. Forget your culture. Forget what it stands for. I don't have to be a part of your culture. How they talk about Kanye West, and how, he's tripping. We don't want him in the culture no more. So they live by, it's more morals and a Christianity first before anything.
But let me just say something though. Even though I said so she's talking about adjectives that we use to describe ourselves. I don't think that just because I describe myself as a black woman, that's also Christian, means that I'm choosing my race over my religion per se. Right. But at the end of the day, like, when we describe ourselves, like, typically, like, even when, like, say somebody like, oh, who's Byron or who's AC or whatever, they're not going to be like, oh, that Christian dude that, such and such. They're going to be like, oh, that black dude about 5'10" or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, like, the adjectives that people use to describe a person. And I think she kind of took it and went a whole left field with the shit. Right. And by her doing that, it kind of made her sound a little anti. Well, I don't want to say she sound anti-black, because that's a little strong to say. But it just made her sound. Oh, we got a call.
We got a call. Okay. See us in another podcast. Who we got?
This is the Pickles. What's up?
What's happening, man?
What's happening, little daddy?
What's going on?
I guess you want to talk about the Christianity situation.
Yeah. So the thing is, I get what she's saying, and the reason why she's saying this, in Christianity, race doesn't exist.
Okay.
And I mean, a race is a human construct. So when you get to heaven, I get the just in general, when you get to heaven, you might be black or white or whatever, but you're not supposed to recognize race over Christianity. And I get where she's coming from. Now, some people might, be upset about that because, they identify with being African American, and they identify with, have this struggle about being a part of who they are, part of their conscience. But she's saying, hey, you know what? Recognizing race before your religion in the terms of Christianity creates division.
I don't even think she was talking about the order, though, if we being really honest about it. She said she does not want to be defined as a black woman. She said she wants people to define her as a Christian woman that happens to be black. And so my issue with that is that it's almost like you're saying you don't want people to define you as a black woman. Like, you're a black woman. What do you mean you don't want people to define you as a black woman? It didn't have anything to do with which one is more important than the other. Her original statement was, "I don't want to be defined as a black woman. That's not what defines me. Like I don't want to be called a black woman. I'm a Christian woman who just so happens to be black."
I'm asking a question. This is just a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you confined to just being a black woman?
It's not about confined, but at the end of the day, I do think that I am a black woman, and I am totally fine with being defined as a black woman because that's exactly what I am.
No, are you confined by being black? That's what I asked. Are you confined?
Confined? No.
Yeah.
Defined? Yes. Absolutely. I am the definition of a black woman. Every bit of that shit, and I'm proud of it.
No, it's nothing to be proud. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing like being
It's
not proud of it.
absolutely
Not
something
proud
to
of it.
be proud of, in my opinion.
The thing is, this is what I'm trying to get at. It's not. That's what I'm not trying to get at. Like, oh, I'm proud of it. Yeah, you can be proud of being black. You can be proud of being whatever. The problem with that is, and I get what she's saying on a level where I'm not going to say, well, she doesn't want to be a black woman. She'll be defined as black. She said, I want to be a Christian person who happens to be black. When you say I'm a black person, right, that puts Christianity into a certain construct. And that's what she's trying to get away from. It's like, hey, we're supposed to be Christian. We're not supposed to recognize race before who we are.
I don't know about that one. I hear what you're saying, but can we run that one more time, Ben Ready? Let's run it one more time. Because I heard her say, I don't want to be, defined as a black woman. I didn't hear her say as far as the order. She's talking about how she wants to be defined.
So, can I ask you a question? Does black mean second class?
In my opinion, no, but that's my point. I feel like she's basically saying that she doesn't want the connotations of being a black woman to be her definition.
If you go to any other country in the world, I get it. But if you go to any other country in the world, you're considered as an American. Am I correct? Before you be considered as black.
Hell nah. That's bullshit. Come on, dog.
No, I'm dead serious. If you go to other countries, you go to Europe or whatever, they'll recognize, oh, that's an American. Then they'll say, oh, he's a black dude.
No.
Yes, I kid you not.
Okay, that may be
How many
your
countries have you been to?
reality. That may be your reality. But if we're being really honest, they see a black person first. They don't even know what fucking country you're from. They just see a black person first.
Trust me, they can tell. Trust me when I say that. How many countries have you been to?
I've been to 3 countries besides America.
Okay, and South America, right?
No.
Where?
I've been to Mexico, I've been to the Dominican Republic, and I've been to Jamaica. So
let's scratch those because those countries actually have certain cultural aspects of dark versus light, kind of like ours. When I say when you go to like European countries, when you start talking and stuff, oh, that's an American.
I hear what you're saying, and I think particularly because the countries I went to were predominantly black or,
correct.
Afro countries.
And that's what I'm saying.
In some sense, that may apply. But if we talking across the board, I cannot agree with you. If let's say I go to Italy, okay, me being a black woman, they're not going to be like, oh, she's American. They're going to say, oh, she's black or she's African American. They're going to make sure to differentiate that I'm black first.
No, I've been called American.
Well, you would think that.
No,
you would think that because you don't want to recognize the fact that you're black first.
Oh, first of all, I know. Wait. I know I'm black. I'm always going to be black.
I know you black, but you don't want to face the reality that other people know you black first.
No, the thing is, this is the thing. I'm not saying that other people don't know I'm black. That's what I'm saying is, before they call you black, they will call you an American. That's what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying.
When you come to this country, they'll call you black, and then they'll turn around and say, they don't even say you're American. You're just an African American, which is totally wrong.
You just keep saying it over and over, but the fact remains that you're black first. Just like that lady who was saying she's Christian first is black first too.
Okay,
they
so
don't even know
what does that
she's
mean
Christian.
to you? What does that mean
black,
to you being black first? What does that mean to you? Because I don't think you can tell me what that means.
Meaning that if I look at you, I don't know where the fuck you're from, but I know you're black.
Okay,
I don't know what country you're from, but I know you're black. That's what I do know.
Okay, so you know I'm black, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. When I go to another country and they see me, okay?
Mm-hmm. The black man, yes.
Okay, it's a black man, okay?
Wait, hold on, y'all. Wait. Tall Flirty said, I had a conversation with a group of African men, and they said they call us Americans.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. They will call you Americans. They know, like, African Americans are very distinct. Very distinct around the world. People, if you go to Africa, if you go to what you call, they know you're black. And when I say black, I'm not talking about like a general term of being like of African descent. I'm talking about African American. I hate to use the term African American, because that's divisive in nature. That actually means second class in America. What I'm saying, they know you're black. They know you're African American. They know you're a black man from America, because we're very distinct looking from everybody else.
Look, you can keep saying the same shit over and over. I still
I'm just telling you. But you haven't brought any counter argument saying, well, first you try to attack my character and say, I don't want to recognize that other people see. No, I recognize that people see that.
It's just facts. Like,
no, it's not. What is facts about that? Yes, I am black. You're absolutely right. I am black. You're black. What I'm saying is, when you go to different countries, when you start talking, when they see you, the way you walk, the way you dress, they automatically know you're an American. It's a difference in culture. If you go to enough countries, you'll know that. I'm not talking about going to South America or Jamaica. Everybody goes there. Start going to places in Europe.
What do you mean
and then we'll have a conversation.
Goes there? You're full of shit, bro.
No, I'm not. You are. No, I'm not.
You're full of shit. How you gonna say everybody goes there? Everybody don't even have a fucking passport.
Bullshit! Most that's the cheapest places to go. So how you gonna go to a cheap place and tell me that you've been around the world a lot?
Okay, I'm done talking to you.
Yeah, you should be done talking.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I'm tired of your Wikipedia shit and trying to attack my character.
Okay, you wasn't talking that shit last week when you was on one leg fucking sprinkling salt in your hands and shit, though.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you don't remember?
Are you talking about the hoodoo shit you try to pull on me?
The hoodoo shit? Okay, all right, whatever.
Oh, everybody around me can.
So don't act like you don't remember, because I definitely remember exactly what the fuck happened.
Let me clear this up real quick, because you're talking in code and people think
I'm
the wrong.
I'm not talking in any codes. You are on one fucking leg in a squatted position.
First of all, I get a leg cramp. Hold on, wait a minute.
Fucking salt in your hands, talking about I fucking caused you to be like that.
No, you told me that. You told me what people around you talk to. Get hamstrings full.
You said I don't usually be like this. It's because I'm around you.
Yeah, I got cramps looking at you.
You got cramps looking at me?
Okay.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, so you clown yourself on that. So
why don't you go somewhere and think about that and then come back?
I got cramps looking at you. I looked at you, my legs cramped up. It's like, don't go there.
I know. Your legs cramped up. That usually tends to happen when I'm around.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. All right. Okay, don't clown yourself like that.
Goodbye, sir. Thank you for coming out. God bless you and good night, sir.
Right, fuck you too, Lacey.
Appreciate
good night,
you for calling in.
It was fun.
Get me off the phone quick. Yeah, put me out.
I know.
Put me out. Go ahead.
Love you too. Goodbye.
Got you.
I know.
God bless
you. Yo.
But you was being quiet. You know that shit happened. You even
this nigga
literally turned on shaking like a salt shaker because the nigga fucking was shaking salt and was in a fucking squatted position. This shit is big facts. I'm just saying.
Oh, and our special guest is in the building.
Right. Let's focus on that. What's happening, Dolly?
Young Dolly.
And yes, I did almost just call him Dolly because I saw my nigga Dolly walk in the door and I got distracted. I wasn't even thinking about what this nigga was talking about. Anyway.
Yo, that was nuts. Let me get a mic check, Dolly, and we might want to pull the mic a little closer, pause.
Jeez, people be acting fake, bro.
Damn, nigga, did I accidentally press a button or what?
Nah, you good? Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we got young Dolly in here. Yo, hey, that I almost spit my drink out.
Yeah, I bet you did, because you know that shit is true. Even though you was trying to be quiet, you know the shit is true.
Well, right now, I was laughing. I was laughing the whole time.
I ain't got to lie to
But this is how y'all always.
I ain't never got to lie.
Look, y'all always, it'll be cool, and then the shit just go left with y'all.
No, because he fucking was, he didn't know. He acting brand new over here on the phone like he usually do. But when he was sitting right there in that chair where Dolly is right now, well, let's rewind. He wasn't even in the chair. The nigga was on the ground in a squatted position.
Okay.
Where's the salt? I need some salt. And was shaking salt in his hands
and with
one leg out and the other one in the squatted position. I said, damn, what the fuck you about to do? You about to start twerking or some shit? Like, what the fuck are you doing? And you turned on Yin Yang Twins, shaking like a salt shaker. That shit happened. I am not fucking lying. I ain't never got a lie to kick it.
Was that before the show or after the show? At what point did that happen?
Look, we have legitimate topics. I ain't never got a lie to kick it.
Was that?
I ain't never got a lie.
Was that after the show or before? That was after.
That shit was after.
It was after the show.
It's cool. It's cool.
I
ain't never got a lie to kick it.
It was after the show.
I don't have to.
Okay, so I don't know if you've been listening. We played a. Did you hear the lady on the way here?
Yeah, she not black. She a Christian.
Yeah, what's your take on that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, my Weezy calling me.
Oh.
Hey.
Seriously, another podcast.
Hey, don't be getting me off the phone talking shit, bitch.
Oh my God, nigga, really? You're not about to take over this show, sir. You had your time last week. What do you want?
You set your ass up.
You remind me of every other nigga from my past. God damn, what do you want now? Shit. What do you want?
Okay.
Fuck out of here. I'm out.
God damn. That's how you do it?
What now? Shit.
That nigga said, stop talking shit and bounce. Your whole damn gang.
Look, I'm used to this. This shit is normal to me.
Yo, this
shit happens all the time.
This shit is comedy.
The nigga is bothered.
That nigga's gangster.
Yo.
He's gangster?
Yo, that was funny.
That nigga is bothered.
He came check shit and bounce.
And honestly, I enjoyed him last week, and he just fucked it up again today.
This is y'all shit.
Why did he do this?
Okay,
anyway, let's regroup.
Let's see. Elisa said no, they would just call us American. She said my son is white, looks white, but he is black. No one knows what he is, so I have to come up. I had that come up.
Damn.
Why you gotta read it like that?
My son like this shit, but he got black features though.
No, her kids are biracial. She being dramatic, talking about no one knows what he is. You could clearly tell her kids are biracial.
Oh, they got the Drake. They got
she
the
being
Drake.
Dramatic.
Yeah, nigga, my son the color of that top light bulb right there, but
Mm-hmm.
you could tell he black.
He most definitely like
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't have a passport. I've been to Mexico. LOL. Talk Flirty said. Anthony said, "Talk Flirty. They going to kidnap your fine ass." Oh my God, man. Okay. So yeah. So what's your take on the I'm a Christian. I'm not a black woman. I'm a Christian.
Jesus be having y'all fucked up. Like you black before you get to heaven if that shit exists. So you gonna have to deal with that black shit before you deal with that heaven shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So while you here,
you black.
Yeah.
And it's not even
at
so
the
much
pearly gate
because it's like this. You can't tell the police you a Christian. They'll send your ass to heaven early.
On your ID, what your ID say?
It don't say
black,
Christian.
African. It don't even say African American. It say black. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get other countries. They will hit us with American before anything. In other countries,
and I don't even agree with that.
If you go to South Africa, where it's black Africans and white Africans, they call them black Africans and white Africans in South Africa. No matter where you go, if you black where you at, you black that. If you from the UK and you black, you a fucking black whatever the fuck they call them.
British? What
black Brit? Shit, I don't know.
Black
That's
Brit.
what I was just about to say. Like, if we're talking like predominantly black countries, they may say American, but for the most part, like if you go to a predominantly like white country, they're gonna see that you're black first.
Precisely.
They're not gonna be like, oh, that's an American. They're gonna be like, oh, that black person. Or let you go to an Asian country. You think they're gonna be like, oh, that's an American? They're gonna be like, oh, that black person. In their language. You know what I mean?
Got you. Oh yeah, I most definitely feel
I hear some Spanish shit saying negro before I hear Americano. I know what negro sound like.
They got black ass Mexicans and black Dominicans, and they got names for all that shit too.
Yeah, they
all equal black,
and they talk about them like they blacks too. I seen a documentary on it. The black what was that shit called? Basically, they was dark skinned Hispanics, the Afro Mex or something like that.
Afro Latino.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And they had black features, but they just
And I mean, we were talking about this at work, me and one of my coworkers, which she may be listening right now, but I mean, there's like a stigma with that too. Like at the end of the day, there's not really any country on this planet that you can go to where it's cool to be dark. Period. If we being honest about the shit. You know, it's like this
Not yet.
taboo type thing. You know what I mean? Even in Jamaica, like they bleaching themselves and shit like that. You saw that shit with Spice, which come to find out they said that was supposedly like
some troll shit.
her trying to about colorism. But even then, that bleaching shit is really real.
Yeah, because can you reverse it?
I mean, it will fade over time.
Oh, will
I was
it?
It will
gonna say,
fade.
If it won't fade, she blew it.
Because what's his name is like that
Vibes Cartel.
Vibes Cartel, and I think I read something
That
about his
cake
son.
soap shit.
His son doing it too, right?
Yeah, Lil Cartel or whatever they call him.
Yeah, so
Yeah. But you know, that brings me to the whole thing with that clip from the Dr. Phil show. Did y'all see that teenage girl who was like talking about, I'm not black, I don't like black people, I'm white,
little horse looking girl.
my hair is naturally straight, my lips are this, my nose is that.
and ain't nothing.
That
she
child
has
is in denial.
she gone. She has no white features whatsoever, none.
She got horse features though.
And she has a relaxer in her hair. Like, your hair is not naturally straight.
I'm trying to find that video. I don't even know if it's worth playing.
That shit all over Facebook.
I mean,
It
I
shouldn't
think
be
for
that
the most
hard
part,
to find.
everyone
Yeah,
has seen
everybody
it.
seen it.
I don't think that's even something that people haven't seen. But if you talk Flirty said that's her mama fault. I mean, well, you know what? I was thinking that too, Flirty, but
It depends on where she raised at.
well, that's what I was gonna say. The mom said that when she was a kid, like they initially lived in like a predominantly white neighborhood, and then I guess they fell on hard times, and then they moved into like a predominantly black neighborhood.
That's fucked up. Why they gotta fall on hard times to go back?
I mean, you know how that shit go. But honestly, the girl probably got bullied by some black people or
I'm
something.
pretty sure a lot of them do.
Cause you know, when you the only black girl at a white school, sometimes it could be the cool thing to be the only black kid. But when you a black kid and you like a corny black kid
It
at a
depend
black
on if
school,
you the A or the B personality though.
they'll clown your ass.
Yeah, because if you an alpha type motherfucker, then it's cool. But if you a buster, then you know they'll punk you out of your shit.
Look, here we go. Look.
Are you about to play it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm a Caucasian because when I wake up in the morning, I just have such a great life. And that my hair is so perfect, my skin isn't ugly, and I'm not fat also, which is also a really African American thing. So, like, I'm just nowhere near like them. And plus, they're so thug and criminal that I can't relate. I know I'm biologically white. I feel it through my veins and through my blood. I don't just think I'm white. I know that I'm white. There's no doubt in my mind.
Now this girl, looking at it, she don't even look mixed.
She's darker than me.
Yes, it's not saying much because you're part.
Excuse me, sir.
You're part of the
I am
beige crew.
77% West African. Get it right.
77?
Yes, I have the data.
That 23 must be albino.
No.
Cause you both
She one of them European.
almost light as me, and I'm yellow.
I'm darker
Right.
than you, sir.
A tint.
Depends on the light that we
I'm
both
darker
in.
than you.
A pinch, like it. Yeah, a pinch.
For real.
So, yeah, her mind. It's actually sad for her to feel like that. That she.
My Weezy texted me and saying that video is fake.
Which one?
The
Dr. Phil.
Yeah, she was trolling.
She thinks she was trolling.
Yeah.
So it wasn't an actual episode?
It was an actual episode, but I guess she basically trying to go viral by.
She trying to get her.
But that's sad if her mother would allow her to do that.
She trying to get.
Well, her mama probably trying to go viral too. If they
That's
fell on hard
horrible.
times, she said, "Nigga, we finna get some of this Dr. Phil money. You
That's
gonna be
horrible.
like,
Look what
catch
happened
me
to the
outside,
last. Yeah, I was
girl.
about to say the last ignorant motherfucker on there was the Catch Me Outside. Chick.
That's horrible. I don't know what's worse, a black girl who wants to be white or a white girl that wants to be black.
The black girl that want to
Black.
be white.
You think so?
Yeah, by far.
Because that Catch Me Outside chick was really fucking ignorant.
Like, that shit is annoying, but it is what it is.
Is wifey listening live?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to the wife. Hold on, let me.
Shout out.
Yo, she up in that thing. You know what I mean?
He said it's called a mental disorder, like a transsexual.
God damn.
Who said that?
Burn notice.
Let's see.
So, in other words, you're saying a transsexual has a mental disorder? Let's talk about that.
I want to hear Young Dolly on this one.
Huh?
Huh?
What, on the transgender
Yeah,
thing?
it's being transgender. Is that a mental disorder?
I don't think it's a mental disorder. I just think it's shit. If you felt like you was another thing when you was born, and it's just a fucked up choice you made. And I ain't even gonna say fucked up. It's just, if that's your choice, that's your choice.
So does Mr. Pickles have a mental disorder because he thinks he's white?
Mr. Pickles do not think he's white.
Oh, okay.
He don't think he's white.
Okay.
You think
He thinks he's American.
Are you American, Dolly?
I'm a nigga.
A nigga, where you live? In where? What country? A nigga in
In
America?
the United States.
Nigga in America?
In the United States of America.
Gotcha.
Because America is North America, South America. That shit could be Canada, all of those South American countries, Brazil. Just a nigga in the United States of America.
Okay. We got Lisa said, "Are you sure?" I don't know what she's saying. Are you sure to? Oh, maybe the transsexual. So the trans. So what you think transsexual is? You think it's a mental disorder, AC? That should need to be relit. Them joints went out.
Oh, y'all done fucked up the hookah.
Yeah,
I'm
the
glad
hookah.
I don't smoke that shit.
Yeah, the hookah. I'm gonna have to fix it.
So
It's not for
okay.
niggas.
Do I think that being a transsexual is a mental disorder? I think mental disorder is not the right term for that.
Not liking what you are, because that's basically what this
Yeah.
black chick is doing.
Mental-
But they say that shit is like what, identifying as a sexual orientation or a sex or gender, shall I say?
Yeah. So I mean, that's like saying that a stud has a mental disorder.
Yeah, like I
You know what
just
I mean?
identify as what I am. But some studs that use strap-ons, I'm sure that if they had the money and shit, they probably switch on over.
And then that's no different from people who feel like they want to identify as a different race. I mean, at the end
So
of
it's
the
the
day,
same.
when
It's-
people choose to, like, for example, Rachel Dolezal, right? Does she have a
Transracial.
mental disorder?
I don't think that shit is a mental disorder. That shit is just being a fucking weird motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, because to me, mental disorder is strong. Like, when I think of mental disorder, I think of something that, like, is a chemical imbalance that you have absolutely no control over.
Well,
And someone,
some transgenders and gays and lesbians, they feel that way.
Yeah.
Like they was just born like this. This is just them. They can't help it.
but
They're also pedophiles, to throw that in there.
Nah,
Unfortunately,
fuck all that.
I'm just saying this is what
Well,
they
let
saying.
me not even say fuck all that, because that might be how they feel, but fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that's
now I think a pedophile is definitely a mental disorder because the whole connotation of disorder means that you're doing something that goes against like
It's out of order.
normalcy, right? And I mean, based on that definition, I guess you could
you-
argue
Yeah, you
that
can
would
call
put
a
that in
gang and
transgender,
shit a
Yeah.
mental
Right.
disorder. If that's the case.
but I don't know. I guess my issue with calling it a mental disorder is that you're implying that something is wrong with this person. And this is something that's new for me too, because I grew up in a Catholic Christian school setting where I was completely sheltered from things like this, and now I work in an environment where it's very common. Like I was just somewhere this week where it was like a transgender person sitting right next to me.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
the norm now.
Oh,
Is this
shit.
fucking Pickles again?
Pickles again.
What the fuck do you want?
Pickles.
What?
All right, Pickles. What you got now, man?
Let's just say ACA, bitch.
Oh,
Keep
my
talking shit.
God.
I'm gonna come up there next week to talk to you. All right.
Hey, bitch.
All right,
Wait,
that's
what?
it. That's
He
it.
banged
Wait.
He banged
That's
I
it.
didn't even hear what
He
he said.
banged
He
it?
said, "Hey, bitch," and what?
Wait,
He
what?
banged it.
Wait, what happened? What
The
was that?
nigga almost sounds sexy for a
That nigga
second. What did he
banged it.
say? Hey, bitch, what?
Oh, you like niggas talk to you like that?
I'm just saying that's the most real I ever heard the nigga sound since I fucking didn't hurt the nigga.
Nah, that nigga done dropped the B word a couple times before.
The nigga be sounding
That
like
nigga
real
banged
fucking
it.
bogus. That's who the nigga really is.
That
He
nigga
been
said,
trying to
bitch.
he been trying to suppress that nigga.
Hey, if
For
he
a
had the
long
football, he was gonna
time.
slam it.
Banged it. Bitch.
That's the nigga who he been trying to suppress.
Oh,
That's the
shit.
inner nigga in him that he's trying to keep in. That's why I guess it moved me a little bit
Jeez.
because he's actually being himself for a change.
Oh,
That's
God.
who you really are.
Okay, so
Whatever.
okay, so back to these topics.
Fucking weirdo.
I'm pretty sure you two have heard of the MAGA the MAGA bomber. You heard of the MAGA bomber.
Yes, sir.
So the MAGA bomber is 56-year-old Native American named Caesar Sayoc.
I got to see a picture of him.
Who?
Because that sounds like a $5 Indian.
Caesar Sayoc. He's a Native American. Big Trump fan. He said he was
I
from the
gotta Google
Seminole
him.
tribe, and they denied him, said he was never part of the tribe. This guy's been sending bombs across the U.S. to former presidents, senators, and actors.
He looked like a $5 Indian. Y'all know what a $5 Indian is,
What's
right?
a $5 Indian?
A $5 Indian is somebody from like when they first started basically paying like reparations to the Native Americans.
Okay.
As a white person, you could pay $5 and you could basically like put your status as you was a Native American and you can get part of that money that they was passing out.
When it first started.
Yeah, so when they was passing out land and shit to the Native Americans, white people was paying $5 to become Indians. So that's why a lot of these so-called Native Americans basically look like white men. So that he look like a $5 Indian.
That makes sense. Oh, I didn't know that. Niggas learn dropping gems already. I see you, my nigga. Hold on, let me give you one of these for dropping them gems. Let me give you that nigga one of them. $5 Indian.
Yeah, you gotta watch Hidden Colors.
1, 2, 3, and
So
4.
you
All
trust
of
data from a former pimp?
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't think that was him who said that. That was
But it's his project though.
yeah, but if I have a project and I have this person and this person on it, then the information come from them. It don't come from me.
I don't know. I struggle with that whole hidden color shit only because like how do you go from being someone who thought it was cool to sell black pussy to now all of a sudden it's like, oh, black empowerment, black empowerment.
Malcolm X did.
Malcolm X sold black pussy?
Yes.
I thought Malcolm X sold drugs. I just saw that shit that you showed me where they said Malcolm X was a trap nigga, like Quincy Jones spilled the tea or something. But I ain't never heard about Malcolm X selling pussy.
He was pimping too.
That was
Wow.
Ray Charles. Ray Charles had him on a heroin.
Yeah, but he said Malcolm X sold it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, he was pimping too.
Yeah, I mean it's a bunch of
Niggas change.
yeah, it's a bunch of pastors that used to sell drugs, do drugs, pimps. They talk about it in church.
Yeah.
People can't change. I mean, hey,
People can change. I mean, yeah, people can change. And there's definitely some good information in Hidden Colors, but it's something about that nigga Tariq that I just don't trust.
like, dude,
Shit, didn't Oprah sell pussy?
I don't know, but
Is
Oprah's
she?
not somebody that I trust for
Shit,
black fucking history.
What's her name?
I mean,
Maya Angelou sold pussy.
we're getting all kind of gems tonight. Who else? Who else been selling this in this first profession?
did Maya Angelou sell pussy or did she get raped?
I think both.
Think? You need to fact check that.
Let me see that. We got Googles.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know about that one.
Damn, man, where are Demas ain't here. Fact check.
Don't do that. Do not do
Demas
that.
was our fact checker, man. Fact checker.
Don't do that.
We don't have a fact checker no more. Now we got to get somebody to fact check now.
Ain't no busy like ho busy. That's why you should have never let Pickles come
that's
here.
that's why, like,
He
I
came
wish I
one
had got
episode.
here for the Friday fuckery. I missed that whole thing.
Yeah.
Cause man, a lot of women ain't hoeing right.
You
That's
should-
why they
Tell
need
us
a
the
dub.
right way to hoe.
well, you here. I mean, you can speak on it.
Cause
How do you
the
hoe
it's
right?
like this, man. Broke people don't need to be fucking.
Broke people don't need to be fucking. Elaborate.
If you broke, you shouldn't be fucking. Broke females don't deserve dick. Broke niggas don't deserve pussy.
Broke females don't deserve dick, and broke niggas don't deserve pussy.
Not at all.
So then,
You should be chasing some money. If you ain't
but
got at least
but
$100,
somebody's
to your name,
obviously
you shouldn't
broke.
Be fucking.
Somebody's obviously broke, because even a prostitute is broke based on that definition.
Exactly,
right?
but there's an exchange of revenue
So
in order for that
you
transaction
said broke
to go
people
down.
shouldn't be fucking. So at the end of the day, somebody's gonna get fucked that's broke.
Yeah, but they gonna get up with some
You
money.
basically saying you shouldn't
Two
be
broke
fucking for
motherfuckers
free is
should
what
not
you're
be
saying.
fucking.
That makes more sense
Yeah,
to
two
me.
broke people don't need to be fucking.
I
And
agree
if
with
you
that
broke
statement.
and fucking, you should be trying to get some money from that situation happening.
Thank you.
I agree with that statement.
Like,
Clarity.
you should not be fucking somebody if they not helping you. If you down in the dumps, that motherfucker need to be putting something on that.
But if
Thank
if you got bread and you don't give a fuck, then pull up said AC broke as fuck. I'm still waiting on my Cash App. I'll wait.
So how you feel about women that have that have
These niggas are so
boyfriends
petty.
and guys that they deal with hitting up their male friends asking for money for different situations? How you feel about that, Dolly?
Oh, so if they got a dude and they asking another nigga for some money,
Yeah.
they trying to put you in a trick bag.
Wait a minute. Did he even say that if they got a dude? You said if they got a dude?
Yeah,
If they
dude
got
or
a male
somebody
friend, if they
or
got
somebody they
who
messing with.
Yeah, they allowing to throw dick up in them.
Okay.
I'm like, man, ask that nigga you fucking.
Okay,
So what do you think about men who ask women for money?
Shit, you shouldn't even be a motherfucker who he feel comfortable asking for no money.
I agree with that statement. But I don't
He
even
should
think
know
it's about
you ain't
feeling
even the
comfortable.
one.
But that's the thing. I don't even think it's about feeling comfortable. I think these niggas just have such low
That's
fucking
why you
standards
bang it
for
on 'em.
themselves now that they'll ask anybody.
They ask you for some money, bang
anything.
it on them.
I mean,
You said bang it on them?
Hang the phone up.
Oh.
I mean, being a grown man, I mean, let's okay. Sometimes people hit a rut. Sometimes bills pile on. You might have your car you might have to pay $1,800 for some brakes. Whatever the case, and you just low because you got to get to your bread, and you be like, "Yo, let me borrow this X amount of dollars until I get paid Friday." Now, is that still bad as well?
I don't know. The only person I ask to hold some money is my mom. I don't ask fucking people for
You
money.
never asked a homegirl or
Very fucking rare. And even then, I don't think I've ever like just outright asked like, "Oh, can you give me this?" Like, I mean, as friends, we've like covered each other on certain shit, but it's very, very rare where I've asked my friends for money. Very rare. Because for the most part, if we close enough to where we know each other's situation, it's like we just
don't even have to be said. It just,
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Like and I'm not comfortable asking people for money because I don't even like people knowing my business to know if I even need money.
But see, it's some people that feel like that and will go down with the ship. It could be stuff that needs to be paid for or something needs to happen, and you don't ask for it, and you just gonna go down with the ship. Like, fuck
Well,
it.
see, I won't go down. I'll just go get some money another way. I'm not just gonna go down, but I don't necessarily ask nobody. I just go get it.
All right. Well, we got we got somebody new in here, Tamara D. Henderson.
Oh, that's one of my buddies. What's that?
First time up in this joint.
She said nowadays some men are looking for women to take care of them. Who does that?
Busters.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Tamara, a lot of these niggas are homeless.
I mean,
This homelessness shit is an epidemic.
I feel it's like role reversal these days. A lot of women are taking the roles of men,
He said you just asked me.
And a lot of men are taking the roles of women. Like,
because black women earning potential has grown far past the earning potential of a black man. But that ain't no excuse for you to be laying up under no fucking body.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, man, this.
And just for clarity,
Lord.
I didn't ask for $2, but since niggas was talking about, oh, you broke this, that, and the other, I said, well, hey, you said you could buy me a large fry and run the shit, but I didn't ask anybody for $2.
Ducking.
These two niggas are fucking weird.
I think
Pull Up and Burn Notice are fuck buddies, and these niggas are real petty.
Hey, but look at what he said. The autocorrect fucked up the
ducking pipe.
I'm assuming he meant to say I get extra money by fucking pipe.
I think he meant sucking pipe.
Sucking pipe.
Why would it autocorrect sucking though?
Let's say that's true. Do you think I'd be here every Friday if I was getting paid to suck pipe? That's prime time, my nigga. Come on now.
How much would you be making?
What? The level of disrespect. How much would you be making, motherfucker?
I'm just asking because
Don't you ask me no shit like that. I'm about to put you in the category with these motherfuckers.
She gave
Don't ever ask me no shit like that.
Pinch of thought, like,
jeez,
wait, hold on, motherfucker.
Like, hold
Because
on.
I was shocked.
Maybe.
I was shocked. First of
Depends
all,
on where I'm at.
I don't sucking dick. That's another topic.
Now,
that's
the only reason I said that because
you know I don't like that shit.
But the only reason I asked that is because you said that. Do you think I would be here if there's money to be made? That's why I asked. What do somebody that does that for money? How much is it?
Or where would you be?
Oh man,
people who suck dick for money typically don't charge that much, which is why I wouldn't do it. Because bitches have brought the value of shit down so low that even what I think the shit's worth, niggas probably wouldn't pay because they know that they could get a bitch to do it for far less than what I think the shit's worth. That's why you gotta hit them with the $100 cheesesteak. Nah.
Dynamic.
It ain't even that.
Say, nigga, this that $100 cheesesteak, nigga. You wouldn't believe with this. Whatever that price is gonna get you.
I mean, it's women out here doing it for free all the time. It's women out here doing it for free all the time.
Absolutely.
True, but that $100 cheesesteak is enticing.
Absolutely.
Nipsey Hussle was giving away free mixtapes for $100, nigga. You don't know what that extra money will get you.
Well.
Oh shit. Well, we
It's all about marketing.
Yeah, you market your shit
right.
Okay,
the message boards are fucking insane tonight. Fucking insane. I can't deal with it.
Talk Flirty said in Vegas. They do it in Vegas.
I'm putting my phone down. This nigga Anthony
what the
said AC is an angel and her booty smell like cocoa butter. I'm not fucking with you, Anthony.
He said AC is a
I'm
virgin.
not doing it. I'm definitely not a virgin.
Nigga,
I'm not even gonna lie.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They cut my dick off.
Who dick off?
They cut my dick off, and my dick is still bigger than yours.
Damn.
Can you believe it? That's why Pull Up is mad, because my dick is still bigger than yours, and you trying to fuck this man.
Damn, that's deep.
You niggas need to just go somewhere and just lay the fuck down. Go in the corner.
Well, we
I'm tired of you motherfuckers, because I was the class clown in 8th grade and 12th. Y'all do not want to fuck with me.
What happened from 9th to 11th?
What do you mean? My point is that you get the nominations in 8th and 12th. I was fucking consecutively funny from 9th to 12th, which means I got it in 12th. Come on, nigga. You was in high school. You know how the shit goes. They don't fucking do the shit. Well, then that's why you don't know. They do the shit in 8th and 12th when you graduate. And it's like, most this, most that, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I got booty.
We got another. Hold on. Let me get the horns off. We got another new person in the message boards. We have Monique Webb.
Oh shit.
She said, so what advice do y'all have to better black people?
To better black people.
That's my
We talked
Weezy.
about
What's
that
up,
last
babe?
week.
She might not listen last week.
We talked about that last week.
What was said? Because I'm trash with
Well, last week, this bitch ass nigga Pickle said that he thinks that education
fucking kidding
is
me?
the solution.
God damn.
I mean,
whole family popping up. That's the fuck I'm
Yeah.
talking about, y'all.
Oh,
Good
Crystal-
looking out.
Crystal Martinez. Hold on.
It's finna be my sister-in-law.
What's
And my
happening?
Weezy over here asking pertinent questions and all that good shit.
So
that's right.
let's see, Monique. Education. Everybody has to be
That's what you call it said.
education.
Right.
Now, what you think? I
And
think
then-
education is one.
That's what he said.
Mhm.
Then I said that I thought that us having ownership in our communities was the solution, because we need to have ownership and then also leadership in our communities.
Leadership.
So then that way we can impact change, because education is one thing, but at the end of the day, like if niggas don't own shit in their communities, if there's no black elected officials who have the interests of the people that actually live in those neighborhoods there, then having good schools still is not going to solve our problems. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then we were also talking about how, how black people tend to teach their kids, education is the answer to everything. But, white people teach their kids about ownership as far as owning their own businesses and stuff like that. So that's how we got on that topic. If you go back to last week's episode, Monique, we actually got into that. But that was essentially what we was talking about. This nigga said pickles on
Episode 31.
Yeah, it was last week's
last
episode.
That was dope, right?
'Cause my thing was we need to do that shit just amongst ourselves. Like, education is cool, but we need the right education. Like, learning from them, that shit out.
And I mean, I know how many, let's be honest about this shit, y'all. How many people do we know that have degrees who still got bullshit jobs?
Yeah, I know.
Is that
I know a
changing
motherfucker with
black
a master's
people?
degree that work at the mall.
That's what I'm saying. Like, having an education is fantastic, but is that really, quote unquote, bettering black people?
Because even like with actual leadership, I don't know about leadership more than we just need a common goal. Because we all know what happens to our leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas get laid down. We just need something
Laid
that we
down.
all know we need to do. Because you can kill a leader, but you can't kill a movement.
Right.
Well,
And
tell that
that's
to the
and
Black
that's kind of
Panthers.
like what we were talking about last week.
But
Like
that's leadership.
leadership and ownership.
Even if it's a group of leaders,
Got
they
it.
knew, okay, if we kill these 10 niggas or these niggas that head all of these places,
It's over.
we be straight. So they
Right.
got rid of Huey P. Newton and I forgot the
Historically,
name of homeboy in Chicago,
all of
but
our
the dudes
best
who
black
run
leaders
the
have been
main
killed.
chapters, they got rid of them.
Yeah, that's the one they killed in the hotel. Him and old boy.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't bring
Yeah,
the name
his
up.
name
I
escapes
mean,
me.
all of our greatest black leaders have been killed.
Exactly, but like I said,
Malcolm,
if we have
Martin,
the same, but it's like
Huey.
once the leader died, the movement died.
Yeah.
But if we get a movement that you can't kill, then it don't take
You
no
saw
one
they
man.
took out all the Black Panthers.
Not all the actual Panthers, but the leaders
I
of the
mean,
Panthers.
but low key though, like the ones that they didn't take out, they fucking harassed the fuck out of to a point of damn near submission.
Yeah, but like I
You
said,
know?
if we have a movement beyond that, like you ain't got to say, "Oh, I'm gonna wear this black jacket" or "I'm gonna wear this beret." Just nigga, we still need to do what we need to do, no matter who they kill,
That's
because
true.
they not gonna kill everybody.
That's true, but I think in addition to everything we talking about too, we gotta also be persistent with our movements too, because I do think also that historically sometimes certain movements have ended because of the shit we talking about right now.
Yeah, the leader got killed.
You
Niggas
know,
got scared.
We can't let certain shit discourage us. We gotta like keep that shit going.
Yeah, if they kill the head, we can't let the body die.
Right. Well, I think that's a good time to go into break. We need to get this hookah back rolling. I was thinking about playing some old school. Y'all want old school or y'all want some new school ratchet? I
You
think
said new school ratchet?
Yeah, I'm thinking we should play
What?
old school to lighten up the mood.
I mean,
You said old school?
I got some old school or some new school
Play some
ratchet.
old school, nigga. You always play new shit.
Okay, well, we got some old school coming up. We got the Whispers.
That's right.
Oh, I live for the Whispers. Which one? Is it Lost and Turned Out?
Nah, this
Is
is
Damn,
it?
you gonna play some hoe shit?
nah.
I live for
want to play the whole song.
We need to play Olivia.
Oh, yo,
No, I don't play no whole shit.
yo, shout out to Neil the Goose,
Well,
man. I see
you
you,
the
baby.
one that- yes or something.
You the one that came here talking about pimping and shit. You got me
You
in
the
that
one you
mind
brought that shit up.
frame.
You talking about? Would you listen to some information from a pimp?
Right.
Yes, I
Well,
would.
That's funny.
shit. I mean, I don't know, nigga.
I used to wanna
Maybe
be
I
a
did
pimp.
bring it up. I don't know, man.
Well, here we go. We had the Whispers. Keep on loving me.
That's
Ah,
right.
shit.
I love that song.
Y'all ain't grooving. Y'all trash. I had to lighten the mood. The AC was on my bumper the whole time. She said I picked the wrong song by the Whispers to play. I mean, I just wanted to lighten the mood. I didn't want to play no sad shit because
she wanted to play some
I
whole
don't think
shit.
that Olivia is sad.
that Lost
It's
and
some
Turned
whole
Out.
shit.
Lost.
That's a depressing story.
Yeah, what, you don't think that's a sad?
It's
story?
about a prostitute that got turned out.
I mean, I just love the beat, and then also the sound of their voices is amazing. But it doesn't make me sad. It's just
the topic of the song, the content of the song is not
Lost and turned out.
Olivia. They sing it to Olivia. They heard that she got lost.
She
I know-
lost
out.
and turned
trust
out.
me, I know the song. It's on my playlist. I know it, and it doesn't
Bought a
make me
nigga a
sad.
Seville and everything.
Yeah,
Yo,
a wolf in lamb's clothing.
we
came,
got Apocalypse. He
blew
said,
her mind and changed the way.
Apocalypse said, "What's
And
cracking?"
now she's turned
Crackers.
around.
Damn, he came here tripping.
But you don't like pimps.
I don't like pimps.
Okay, well,
Can you pass me the hookah?
that's still good.
No, it's not.
Wow, all that brown.
Okay, you want to smoke this?
Go ahead, do what you're gonna do.
No,
Okay,
it's
so
fine. You can have it.
she said you can have it.
I mean,
It shows playing. We got one person saying they can't hear. I know the speaker's on. I don't know. Everybody else, if y'all in the message board, can y'all hear us?
If they can't hear, ask them do they got Sprint.
He said he got it. He said he got it now. He got it. Okay, we good. Ah, shit, man. Okay, let me go to these topics we got here. What we got, man? We got.
I just want to know if this nigga Pickles is still on his knees or nah.
Oh God.
That's all I want to
God
know.
damn.
Before we move on, how your knees doing?
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
Just checking.
Damn.
I'm asking for a friend. And do you have the sauce? Pass me the sauce.
And damn again.
I'm petty. My petty level is like on a level 10.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
And I'm
I'm
not
saying.
even nowhere near drunk. Like, you see my cup is full. This is the first cup.
Okay, Lord. Okay,
So let's talk about race because
he said Demon's got a new phone. That's funny. No, Demon.
That's
Demons.
fucked up.
Why? Nah, I don't know if Demon's got a new. I actually haven't talked to Demons. I'm trying to think.
Maybe that's demons.
shit.
I haven't talked to Demons since I think since the first show that he wasn't here. I haven't talked to him
I
since.
miss
then.
my friend.
Nigga named that episode perfect. Damn, demons.
Yeah, I miss
Yeah,
my
man.
friend.
That nigga. Hey, yo, Demons, if you listening, come on back, man. We here,
I know,
man.
that was my
You
bro.
know what I'm saying? You was a good addition, but I understand.
I used to love to look on it. Like if he was here, he would have had that look when I sit there like
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Oh,
like,
yeah. He
you
most
know,
definitely had that
I
look.
live for that.
Oh, we got somebody new up in
I
here,
couldn't
Mr.
even
White.
see him and shit.
Mr. White and
Had
Yeah.
to put some cameras in this motherfucker.
shout out
Yeah.
to Mr. White.
He didn't want to be on the camera.
Yeah, I'm
though.
gonna say maybe that was the entertaining part about Demas was how he was looking, but
Yeah,
this is
the looks behind the scenes were definitely.
it's an audio platform.
Y'all want to get into? I got a topic about
Oh, you want to talk about that football player?
exactly Ray Caruth.
God damn.
Ray Caruth was a beast.
Beast in what way?
Well, the
I
way
mean,
where you get
he-
your girlfriend killed when she's pregnant.
Yeah, he was a motherfucking
Yeah,
fool.
that way?
Cause I'm like shit. I forgot his stats. He wasn't that good on Madden. I don't
That
think
nigga
I
said
ever
on
threw the
Madden.
ball to him.
I mean, he was all right. He wasn't like
He
nigga.
was like an 82.
I think he would have been. He
That
would have.
nigga speed was like an 86.
That's pretty good. But
His hands wasn't all that though.
hey, man, he would have been.
Nigga,
good.
you wasn't using the Panthers because of him.
Nah, I think. Wait, was Tim Biaka Batuka there back then? He was there. No, I don't know.
I'm not sure. They wasn't that good when he was there.
Okay, hold on, man. Dolly got some people coming up in this joint. Hold on, man. We got somebody else. James Starr
Oh, my nigga.
said my nigga Dolly.
My nigga.
Wes Haddon.
So Ray Caruth, who is now 44, he was released from jail
That nigga
after-
only 44. What the fuck he do? A dub?
after I
He
think
did 18,
19
19 years. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
in 2001 he ordered the murder of his pregnant girlfriend Sherika Adams.
When she was
Man,
8
do
months
y'all
pregnant.
remember like when you was watching the trial, the nigga who was testifying, the one who actually did it?
No, I don't remember.
I don't remember the trial.
That nigga
at
was
all.
like the funniest shit of the whole. Like
he was admitting to
that
it.
nigga was hilarious, nigga.
I don't remember the trial. at all.
You gotta look that shit up on YouTube. I don't know where it's at, but I remember that shit distinct.
Oh.
That nigga was tripping.
Hey, hold on. Shout out. Hold on, man. We got in the message boards. We got Nympho.
I don't know who that is.
From he's one of the hosts on No Rules, the podcast that will be airing through Townhouse Media at the beginning of the year. We should be doing a pilot probably next month or December. So look out for that. Appreciate you joining in with us.
God damn, nigga bringing them out today.
All right, Tamara said that shit was fucked up. Killed his baby mama and son disabled.
Yeah, the crazy shit is
now
I can't say I understand.
that's now see this is what I was gonna get into. Now with some people would say that she did it to herself. Unfortunately, look, wait. Let me. I read comments. You know, you see these posts and you go into these comments. Somebody said she did it to herself.
Houseway.
Because she got pregnant by him. He asked her to get rid of it, and she was trying to keep it to get him for his bread.
Wait a minute.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I figured that was the case.
Right.
I'm like, that shit, and not to justify it.
So wait a minute. So a nigga thinks that it makes more sense to go to jail for 18, 19 years than to pay child support? No, it didn't make sense.
That's why he paid somebody else to do it.
He didn't plan on getting caught.
Exactly.
But that's the point. Niggas be thinking ridiculous sometimes. Like, you thought that avoiding child support when at the time he had like a $3-point-something million contract for 4 years. And it meant that much to you to avoid paying child support that you were even willing to risk the possibility of your freedom.
Niggas
and a child, because he shot a pregnant woman, ended up giving the kid like cerebral palsy and all types of shit. I don't know. I mean, there is no fucking justification for that shit. I'm sorry.
Niggas will risk it all to stop child support from coming out they McDonald's shit.
It ain't never that serious. I didn't see niggas just not work for their whole ass lives before they fucking go to jail for 20 fucking years.
Right. I mean,
nigga didn't plan on getting locked up. He paid a nigga.
But that's the thing. Clearly, he wasn't thinking straight.
He didn't plan on the nigga rolling on him.
Yeah.
Because the nigga rolled on him.
Anytime you put power in somebody else's hands, it's always room for error, period.
Precisely. But niggas don't be thinking that far ahead.
And that's my point. Like, the nigga wasn't thinking with fucking common sense to me. Like, I don't know.
I wonder now, how do you remember how they got caught?
That nigga was in a trunk, right?
Yeah, well, in the message board he said, remember, he was hiding in the trunk. Was it Ray Caruth hiding in the trunk? Now, what trunk?
That nigga was in the city. He was in like Memphis, like the next city that they played in.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga was out there hiding from the police in the trunk.
But I'm saying
he wasn't exactly a fucking genius.
But I'm saying,
clearly.
That's what happened. They shot the girl, and she crashed or something.
He had cerebral palsy or some shit.
Who?
That man, because
it
sound like he retarded.
Not there.
What happened was she got shot, and she was able to live long enough to call and say that it was him having it done.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
That raised
which 2 + 2 would have equaled 4 anyway. They'd have cracked his ass no matter how they sliced
that's
that.
That's retarded.
Even if she'd have died instantly, he got the best motive, basically.
Yeah. You pregnant. I didn't want it. You trying to keep it to get my paper.
OJ.
Yeah, that nigga said, he said, I'm going to abort both y'all's ass.
Because I don't think OJ actually killed Nicole himself, but I do believe that he fucking had someone do the shit.
OJ might have been sick enough to sit in the car and watch it happen.
He was a retarded motherfucker too. So
that's what I'm
possible.
saying. These niggas,
he might have been there.
Too many motherfucking concussions.
Motherfucking CTE.
These niggas
I'm about to say now,
brain cells.
Can we put this up to CTE? Like what if Ray Caruth said that
he had CTE
to make him snap and want to call and get that happen? They overturned all that shit, and
they ain't gonna get that nigga them 20 years back.
Nah, but they end up having to pay him though.
I don't think they gonna pay him because nigga fucking up is fucking up, no matter whether you retarded or regular.
Mm.
Ignorance is not an excuse for breaking the law, or however they say the shit.
Now, before Ray got out, he was saying he knew it was close to getting out time, and he was like, he wanted to get custody of
no fucking way
the child, and then once
he tried it.
Once he seen
no
the outburst,
way, nigga.
How could you even want custody of a child that you didn't want in the first place? Let's start there. I'll wait.
I mean,
I wouldn't say that.
What do you mean you
A
wouldn't
child
say it?
that you tried to kill.
That means you didn't want it. If you
No,
tried
because
to
it's
kill
like this.
someone,
But it's
you
like
don't
this
want
though.
them to
Like put it
exist.
this way: if you got a baby daddy that you didn't want, like y'all just happen to have a one night stand, it's not like you wanted that baby.
Dolly, that means you didn't want the baby. That's what I just said. I said
No,
child
but I'm
you
saying
didn't
no.
want.
But you still had the baby though. Like you don't believe in abortion, but it ain't like you wanted that baby.
So I'm not going to try to get custody of a baby that I didn't want in the
But
first
you're gonna
place.
have custody of it if you're the mother.
But no, that's the point. He doesn't have custody. The grandmother has custody.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The reason that he doesn't is because he's the motherfucker who tried to kill the baby.
Yeah.
Correct.
But not wanting the baby ain't got nothing to do with custody. Because if you fucking nigga coming out the club
Well,
drunk,
maybe I should be
it ain't
specific.
like you was like, oh, I wanted this baby.
Let me be specific. How do you want custody of a child that you tried to kill
Exactly.
in the first place?
Okay, yeah, that makes way more sense. And yeah, fuck all that.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that nigga tripping.
I mean,
yeah,
it's just weird. Like, I mean, and then on top of that, the child is disabled, so it's going to require a lot of attention. And you just got out of jail, like you don't have an income. How are you going to support this child, even if it's an adult? Like at this rate,
I don't think they took his NFL money, so he probably got a nice lump sitting somewhere. Unless he got stupid ass family members.
You don't think that they would have used some of that money to support the child? I mean, don't you think that he did end up having to ultimately pay some child support since it was his child?
Possibly, but I doubt it's 100% of what he
how,
had.
But how can you pay child support when you're in jail and you have no job at this point?
But if he had income.
But he didn't have income. He just had what he had. Because if you in prison, your income is like $19 or
hold
whatever
on a second,
that is.
Y'all, income is assets, money, anything. Income doesn't have to mean you're getting a paycheck every 2 weeks. Income means you have money. So if you have like some money stacked away somewhere, it doesn't mean that they're not going to access it. That's just like niggas who be owing back child support and something like that. Let one of these niggas get a settlement or something like that. They will snatch that shit. I have seen that shit happen.
It's income when it's coming in, but if you have it, it's not income. Just like what's his name?
That's
Gilbert
not true.
Arenas. Mm-hmm. Gilbert Arenas is sitting on like $100 million, but he like, I'm not making income. So you can't take what I have. Like he got money sitting aside for his kids.
That's not true.
That his baby mama can't touch.
Wait, hold on, man.
That's a misconception.
Hold on, wait. Nifo said there's a trend. He said football players and baby moms don't mix. And he said no job, nothing but time to spend with the kid. Hey yo, shout out to hold on, man. We got the big baller in the building. Got Brian up in the joint. He said 20 years lockdown is enough time to change the mind of a man, which was I was going to bring up too. Like, did he spend enough time in jail to change? Somebody could change when you're being rehabilitated for that amount of time.
Let's say that that's true, but I don't think there's any court in America that's going to grant custody to someone who tried to kill the child in the first place.
Which it's basically it's like no statute of limitations on attempted murder, no matter how you feel about it.
Okay, now so that would be a flawed system because they send you here to this place to change you, right? They send you here for all these years to change you.
They don't send people to jail to change them.
I mean,
it sounds
that's
good,
the
but that's
perception.
not what they send them
that's
for.
The lie.
They send them there to protect them from society. They don't want them to be a threat to society.
But to what they say, this is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So they say that they send you there to hopefully you become a changed man.
Sell.
This is what they say. Not what it means, but this is what they say. So you send him in there for 19, 20 years, and he's a changed man. So why can't he go in there and be like, you know what? I messed up. I want to make change. I want to be in my son's life.
And let's say that is true, but even then, you don't get to come out and day one, I want custody. You need to show, okay, you out. show us that you changed. Like, you don't get to just come out in day one like, I want custody. Like, you still need to show that you're capable of being a productive citizen in normal society before you can regain custody. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean?
And I didn't read if he was on parole or anything. I didn't see that.
Because you can max out.
Right.
Like, you can do your whole time, because basically parole is like they letting you out on basically like a probationary period.
Right.
Like, oh, if you fuck up, we're gonna bring you back.
Right.
But you can max out and do whatever the fuck your whole time, your 100% of your time, and you'll come out, nigga,
free.
clear, nigga, with a what you call that shit, a discharge card.
Right. Wait a minute. I wanna say something about what not Dolly, what Nympho said.
Right.
He said, wait, women get custody after having previous abortions.
They didn't kill the baby. They got
so let's talk about that, because he's clearly trying to compare abortion to murder. Can you call in? What's the phone number?
213
618.
In honor of demons, we're gonna hit y'all with
8961 213-618-8961.
Yeah,
Nympho, call in. Anybody want to call in and get on this Ray Caruth topic? Please call in.
I need this man to call in about this comment, because you're comparing abortion to murder. That's a strong ass statement. I need you to elaborate on that, sir.
You know what?
Because I understand where you coming from, but that is a strong ass statement. Like, hella strong.
Busting a nut on the floor was abortion.
This nigga's a nut. Pause.
So if that's the case, then it's swallowing murder?
Yeah. No, it's not murder. It's abortion. I didn't say abortion was murder.
Swallowing is abortion.
That's some Jeffrey Dahmer shit, AC.
Shit, no, it ain't. That shit is
you
a
eating
blessing.
People. Oh, my God. I'm done. The show is over.
Let's see if he answers. He on bikes. It might be bike night somewhere.
Nigga, it's right on the fucking corner.
How the fuck is he on the bike fucking hitting us up?
Hold on.
Nympho, what is going on, man? It's being ready.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, AC wanted to talk to you about what you said in the message boards. Go ahead, AC, take it.
Let's do it.
Hi, Nympho.
How are you?
I am well. I really am. But you have piqued my curiosity with this statement.
Okay.
He said, wait, women get custody after having previous abortions. So right. I want to know, are you comparing abortion to murdering a child?
To a certain extent. Okay. I mean,
elaborate.
Well, for one, either way, you're not giving a child a chance to live, regardless if it's an abortion or a murder, right? Now, if a woman has an abortion, there's different situations why she's got pregnant to have the abortion, but regardless, she's having an abortion. It's not giving the child at least a chance, to live or grow or whatnot. The same thing with murder. Like
let me ask you this though. So someone who has an abortion, say, prior to 12 weeks, where the fetus couldn't technically live outside of the womb, versus someone who shoots a pregnant woman who's 8 months pregnant, who's basically damn near full term. You're saying that these are comparable. I
see what you're getting at, but at the same time, regardless of which situation we're looking at, the murder or the abortion, this all comes down to personal responsibility.
Okay.
The person who killed, tried to kill his kid, like Ray Caruth, his mental state or his personal, however you want to put it,
mental capacity.
He's responsible for his own actions in that kind of way, right?
Okay.
The mother, if she's going to get an abortion, you're responsible for not having protected sex or getting pregnant in the first place.
So she's responsible.
She's responsible to a certain point. So if she's going to be irresponsible, an irresponsible person, then turn around and get pregnant,
irresponsible.
Have abortion.
Okay, that's interesting. So when it comes to abortion, the woman is the only one that's irresponsible.
I'm not saying the woman is the only one irresponsible.
But that's what you said. You said she's irresponsible. You didn't say they're irresponsible.
Well, I think it's just like it seems like the female got more power of attorney over whether or not the baby get born.
But do you realize that sometimes women have abortion because men are saying they don't want the child, similar to how this man fucking
but
basically
it seemed like
said
in this case he
child.
said he didn't want it, and she was like, "Nigga, fuck you."
So basically, in this situation, it would have been better if she had the abortion than the shit that he did.
I think she would. Yeah. I think she would.
But it almost sounds like Nympho is saying that they're equal.
I'm saying at certain ways you can compare it. You can see it the same way. Mm-hmm. I mean, different views of how you see both sides. But when we're talking about there's two people who makes that decision to have a kid or be unprotected or be
last I heard, babies were created from men ejaculating inside of women, right? Which means that you had to release something into a woman. A woman doesn't pull the shit from you. You release the shit into her, correct?
It's the woman's last word or last say so.
It's her last word? Is that how it goes?
The woman has the last word of what happens to the kid.
Yeah, basically, whether you say kill it or not,
she doesn't necessarily have a say so on the child being conceived, right? Do you know how many women get pregnant without even realizing? Do you know how many niggas pull condoms off midway in sex and women don't even realize that shit's happening?
I know, nigga.
And I'm just saying.
Every situation is not the same. You see
no,
what I'm saying?
It's not, and that's why I'm trying to figure out why you think that abortion is equivalent to someone shooting their 8-month-old baby.
I mean,
I didn't say it's quite equivalent. I said it's like the same thing. I'm not saying it's exactly the same thing. I'm just saying, you know how you view it. You know what I'm saying? You can you can judge both decisions the same way to a certain extent.
Right. That's why people out there picking in what's these Planned Parenthoods and all this shit, because abortion technically that is murder, right? Technically speaking.
No, it's not, because murder means you killed a living person.
So when you go down there and take that little baby out of there, what I mean, because some babies you can see
it's a pre-person
because you terminated a pregnancy versus
a pre-person.
You
so it's the difference between eating eggs and eating chicken.
Okay, but once
I just want to say that I don't.
It becomes alive.
Wait, say that again.
I said when a sperm connects with an egg, regardless of how you say it, something becomes alive. Point blank.
And some people do feel that way.
Yeah, it's like the difference between eating eggs and eating chicken.
This dude, I can't deal with it.
Yeah,
it's the same shit.
I can't deal with it.
It's a chicken, but it's in the egg, so it's not called chicken.
Are you one of those people
yet.
who only eats egg whites? Because
I
live for the yolk. Yeah, I live for the yolk.
I like my shit yellow.
You know, so. But I mean, Nympho, I just want you to know that I am just challenging you.
But see, my thing is like,
I understood where you were coming from, and I'll be honest, I knew you were being petty in the comments, and I was just challenging you as far as like your thought process. And I get what you were trying to say, but I don't think that the two are comparable by any means. Like a woman who has an abortion for any reason versus a man who shoots his fucking girlfriend who's 8 months pregnant. I think that's like comparing apples to fucking oranges. I just want this dude to know that I'm nowhere near drunk. I'm totally coherent.
I agree, but the wording and terminology is probably what's being misconstrued here. It's comparable. It's not equal. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
It's comparable, but it's not equal.
Okay. But there needs to be I ain't gonna say needs to be an alternative, but yeah, like you should be able to sign over your parental rights if you don't want the baby. If she want to just go ahead and have the baby, no matter what you say, you should be like, all right, motherfucker, you take care of it then.
Yeah,
that's easy to say as a man, but as a woman to go through a full ass pregnancy for a baby, you know you have no intention.
But if he say that you could have just went and scooped that motherfucker.
How about y'all niggas just don't nut in bitches? How about that?
Hey, that's the.
Let's start there. How about y'all just keep y'all fucking
that's how
nuts
I
to yourselves?
On just the guys only, you know what I'm saying?
Let's start there.
I had a girl who tried to say her 5-year-old son was mine. You see what I'm saying? Wait, and she named it after the father that she said who was on birth certificate. You see what I'm saying? So you can't just place
I'm
foul
assuming
blame on
that
just
you
a man.
had unprotected sex with her, because
That's
otherwise
no
she
bueno,
wouldn't be
my
able to
guy.
claim that you had a child by her, correct?
Well, she shouldn't be having.
Yeah, exactly.
sex with multiple people.
Exactly.
You said she
She
shouldn't
shouldn't
what?
have unprotected sex with multiple people. That's the problem.
But you were one of them.
No, I wasn't having sex with her at all.
You put yourself in the position to be in the equation.
Moral of the story,
I was
fellas.
never
Yeah,
in
the
the
moral of the
equation. I wasn't
story,
having sex
keep
with
your
her.
nut to yourself, bro, and put a fucking condom on. Stop fucking bitches bareback if you don't want to get lost in the sauce.
Value these nuts, fellas.
You gotta value your nuts.
Hey,
I'll put it like this. Once they start putting eggs on near the tonsils, then I could be in this conversation. But other than that, that's I'm not part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, now the man is.
that's funny. Hey,
Okay.
Nympho, before we get off the phone, you want to plug the Facebook and Instagram so people can follow now. So when the show starts, get it popping.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are in the process of getting everything ready, man, for our No Rules podcast. You can go to our Facebook or Instagram. That is No Rules with a Z, NORULEZ. And we sending out messages right now, putting up pictures on Instagram and Facebook. We just put up a poll earlier tonight, you know. Once I get out of Facebook jail with my main page, then I'll be able to do more and reach more people.
And I am not surprised that you are in Facebook jail. With
Whole
the
lot
things
of
that
gang
you are
shit.
saying.
I'm a Facebook felon. I'm gonna let you know now.
I see. You
Whole lot of gang
you
shit.
you a pussy felon too, aren't you?
Oh,
Hey,
man.
I cannot confirm nor deny any allegations.
And I'm sure of that.
Fix it.
But
I'm
if you
sure
put
of
a little bit of my work, I'll send something to Ben, and he can post that one to.
You a self-proclaimed Rough Rider Nympho. The name speaks for itself.
Well, it's not self-proclaimed. I mean, it was
Nigga,
given
that's
to
your
me.
name on the message board. What do you mean? That
It was
means you
given to me. It's not
proclaimed
true.
yourself to be a Rough Rider Nympho.
Hey, Rough Rider. I'm with the motorcycle style Rough Riders. First of all, I ride motorcycles. I do all that good stuff.
Okay.
Nympho is just a name that was given to me way, way, way back in the days for different reasons.
Whole lot of gang
Different
shit.
reasons.
Different reasons.
Look, I would like you to come into the studio.
They most
she wanna
definitely.
see what that info
I
about.
need to see this man because, you know, on the phone, I don't get to engage them the same way because, you know, they got time to think.
Hey,
I need to see the reaction.
I'm pretty sure she done seen your work and not known.
Seen his work?
Damn.
Hey Ben, I'm gonna send you a video that I have on YouTube, man. A little something that some your viewers might like, your followers might like, and I don't know if you can post it anywhere through the podcast now, but at least you can show the people in the studio a little something.
You can post it in Seriously Not Another Podcast page on Facebook. You can post it there, and I'll accept it through, and everybody listening can go there and see it.
Can I say something real quick while he's still on the phone in case he doesn't want to chime in?
Go ahead.
Yes, no.
Address Monique's comment when she was saying that how about women stop laying down and that you can't put it all on men and it's equal.
I totally agree.
I agree with you. I was only challenging this man because he was making statements about she needs to do this and she needs to do that.
My bad.
Monique, if you heard me a few minutes ago, I said, why didn't you say they're having an abortion? So I agree with you completely. I think it's both people's responsibility. But I do also know that these niggas be crafty sometimes too. And sometimes you start out with a condom on and these niggas have crafty ass ways of pulling them off as well. So I was actually in agreement with you that it's both of their responsibilities, but in the beginning, it was kind of sounding like my boy Rough Rider Nympho was putting it upon the women, talking about she got an abortion and she let this shit happen. So, you know, but we'll continue that later.
Hopefully.
What'd you say?
I said I was just throwing the idea out there that sometimes women be having not just one abortion, but they be having multiple abortions. But then when they do have a kid, the government is so pussified, they gear everything towards women where, anytime a case like this gets brought up to court, the woman almost always gets custody of the kid.
Especially if a nigga tried to kill the kid, absolutely. I mean, I would imagine so, but,
Yeah, but I figure, women probably wouldn't do this as much if they made both parents pay child support. Either make both of them pay child support, or none of them pay child support. Then we wouldn't have most of these issues.
But that shit rare than a motherfucker.
That's a misconception.
All right, Nympho, I'm glad you took time out to holler at us. Most definitely before you guys show get popping, I want to have y'all on here. We gonna make that happen.
Oh yeah, let's do it, man.
All right, man.
Thank you for.
I definitely want to meet everybody in studio in person too.
The whole gang
Most
gang
definitely.
here.
Oh yeah, most definitely, and be safe out there on the motorcycle, man.
Yes, sir.
Right,
you guys be good.
All right, peace.
You too. Do you know how women pay child support?
With money.
When they take care of fucking kids. That's how they pay child support.
I want to read this. Brian said, I think the real question, I think the question is, why didn't he have a choice on if he was going to be a father to the child?
He had a choice when he decided whether or not he was going to fucking come inside of a woman.
I mean, what if the condom broke?
Nah, that condom
Wait, because let's not act like there hasn't been stories where women and these people with money, they poke holes in their condoms and shit.
That's definitely true. And I'm not going to act like that doesn't happen. But at the same time, I think that if we were doing statistical data, that's probably far less likely than niggas who just skeeting bitches.
But what about if he was in the NFL, though?
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game.
No, I feel you.
It's like a ticket.
But I also
that
know that
ticket.
niggas who are in the NFL feel like they can have whatever they want, and a lot of times that includes
a lot of them niggas is dumb diddy dummies too.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. By no means am I condoning women's fuckery at all. There are a lot of fucking savages out here, but I just don't like when men sometimes don't take responsibility for their poor decisions. Kids are not created, by just a woman alone. Like, men create children. It takes an X chromosome to create a child. I'm just saying.
But see, the thing is, where he fucked up at is basically the decision. Just like it take two to make the kid, it take two to decide to delete the kid. Yeah. At the point where they disagreed is where he said, all right, motherfucker, look, I need to have my way. Obviously, we're not agreeing, so let me go ahead and, use my leverage to make this decision go in my favor.
Or he could have just, she could have had the child and he could have filed for full custody at that time. If his concern was paying child support.
But the thing is, the reason he tried to kill her and the baby is because he didn't want the motherfucker
That's
to
not what I read.
Come about.
I read that he killed the baby because he didn't want to pay child support.
Same difference. But if you don't want to pay child support, what's the difference between you not wanting to pay child support and you not wanting the motherfucker around you, period?
Well, I guess the difference for me is that some niggas get hung up on the idea of paying child support and feeling like they're supporting a woman who capitalized on having their child versus I know a lot of men who be like, look, I'm not paying you child support. Give me my child.
Yeah, but the fact
and that's a whole different situation. And I respect that, So if it was just about child support and you gonna go this far, I think that's kind of extreme. That's all.
But he's a rich NFL player with a lawyer. I'm sure he could have got something done, but he felt like, nah, fuck all.
It would have been cheaper for him to pay a caregiver to just take care of the child while he was,
but that's what I'm saying. Like if he was thinking that far ahead, I think he could have did that. But he was like, I don't want this motherfucker to come about at all.
Let me just kill the bitch.
Exactly. Like,
and the crazy,
this bitch and this baby.
The crazy and sad part is if the dude who did it would have did it right, we would never be talking about this.
Yeah, she just would have been a fucking missing person.
If the hitman had did the job correctly, we wouldn't even be talking about this.
Yeah, that nigga was Baby Huey. Yeah, he was a big dummy.
The reason why that, like I said, the reason why that they found out was because she had enough time to call and said he was behind it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if the hitman would have did what he had to do or whatever the case, we wouldn't have known nothing about this, which is sad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he hired the big stupid motherfucker.
Neil de Guzman said heartbeat doesn't mean sustainable life. Now I'm in my phone because I haven't been seeing for some reason at a certain amount of time the chat room on the computer just stopped. The last thing I seen was Monique Webb saying exactly, Brian. So I'm in the phone, so y'all might have to, or AC, you might have to read off some of the ones that the ones that stand out. And Neil deGuzman also said, then a pill is instant abortion. Should we ban pills?
Oh, as in like abortion pills?
Yeah.
Plan B.
Plan B.
Oh, like emergency contraceptives.
Yeah, Plan B.
I don't think that emergency contraceptives are the same thing as abortions.
Yeah, nigga,
because if that's the case, then
as
condoms
busting
are
a nut
fucking
in the shower.
abortions.
Shit, yeah, nigga.
I mean,
Busting a
y'all
nut
are
on
getting kind
a
of
woman's
extreme now.
back
Come on
is
now.
a abortion.
Y'all getting kind
That's
of
what I said
extreme
earlier.
now.
Busting a nut on the floor is an abortion.
Yeah,
Busting a nut in the sock.
and I'm
busting a
all
nut.
for counter arguments. Y'all know I live for the
Wait,
bullshit, but that's kind of extreme, y'all. Come on.
So what would you call jacking off and
Abortion.
Right, it's jacking
Abortion?
off and
All that
abortion.
shit.
Right.
Any
Y'all-
nut
basically,
wasted is an abortion.
Everybody
if you
murdering
bust a nut
babies.
anywhere not in
do
coochie.
you understand
Abortion.
the population of the world would be
If you bust a nut in somebody who is barren and she cannot have a child, that was an abortion. If that's what you want to call that.
Right.
But
yikes.
it is what it is.
Everybody killing babies.
Man.
So that means everybody in this fucking thread at some point has killed a
A
child.
baby killer. You
I don't give a fuck what you
aborting
say.
you
Yeah.
fucking
All
murderers.
y'all motherfuckers have killed a child
You
at some point.
Dirty.
Yeah,
you
whether-
murdered millions of babies.
How
'Cause
many of y'all done
babies
swallowed
is in
kids?
one nut?
Swallowed
Wiped
abortion.
away
Millions
kids.
of you niggas is Adolf
Fucking
Hitler.
Washed away kids.
Yeah.
You fucking murdering
They're fucking
motherfucker.
left kids on covers and fucking
In sheets, in socks,
you
on
know.
floors, in the
in
tub,
cups. Y'all are savages.
in cups,
Cup.
cups. Who busting a nut in the cup?
Hair. they got the
A
hair.
cup?
He's stuck
Hey,
on the cup.
hey,
Who
you-
busting a nut in the cup? Nigga, a cup?
Kidding me?
Shit, that's adventurous.
McDonald's cups.
Whoa, shit. Oh yeah, nigga, she got experience.
No,
nigga.
I'm just
No,
playing. I'm
fuck no,
bullshitting.
no.
I swear, I don't do that.
How would you come with the specifics
I
of
was,
a McDonald's
Because I'm
cup?
petty like that. I just be making shit up.
I bet you. Yeah, all right, for sure.
I be
I'm
making
rolling.
shit up. It's not a child till the sperm enters the egg.
Who
It's
said-
not. Monique said it's not a child till the sperm enters the egg.
Whatever she say, she right.
That man is a smart man.
She
Look,
right.
y'all need to
Oh,
follow
wait.
Dolly.
Crystal Martinez said some bitches have a baby trying to keep a man for selfish reasons, and I think that's
I knew
what,
you. I knew you was gonna read
I
that.
think
I was
that's-
waiting for you to
that's
say
what
that.
that's what exactly happened right here. You know what I'm saying? So
You know what I think? I think a lot of y'all niggas hate women. That's what I think.
and we
I
think you
love
hate
women.
niggas.
I think you love.
Especially
I think
Monique
you
Webb.
love your woman, and
Yeah,
I
I
think
do.
that's beautiful. But
Yeah,
I
of
think a
course.
lot of these niggas, not talking about Dolly, I think a lot of these
These
niggas
niggas.
hate women.
And you
I
hate
think
your
love
niggas.
for Monique is beautiful.
It's most
I
definitely
think these niggas.
it's most definitely
hate
being
women.
hurt. How is that?
because y'all blame everything on women.
Nah.
Y'all niggas hate women.
Do we?
Everything is a woman's fault. It's all a woman's fault.
So but
Everything. If a
but
bitch
this
get
just
raped,
came
it's
from a
her
female.
fault. Everything
Nah,
is a woman's
hell
fault.
nah.
This just came
Everything.
from a female. I didn't say this. A female just said this.
It doesn't matter.
What are you talking
Just
about?
because a woman made this comment doesn't
yes,
mean
she
anything.
said it. I didn't say it. I
I'm
repeated.
talking about the fact that the enjoyment on your face when you read the shit. I saw you. You're smiling right
no,
now.
Niggas can't even smile no more.
The
Yeah, you
nigga
feel
is
me?
smiling right now. The
She
nigga
hate-
is
hey, wait.
so happy.
She hate
to see a
niggas
nigga
that
with a
much.
smile on his face.
He was
She
so
hate niggas that
happy.
much that niggas can't smile.
He was
Do
so
y'all hear this?
Dude,
She
be
hate
fu-
niggas so much
she
that
fuck
niggas
with her
can't
eyes
smile.
closed because she hate to see a nigga with a
Yeah.
smile on his
She
face.
hate to see a nigga
Hate
enjoying
to see a
himself.
nigga happy.
Crystal,
God damn.
Crystal Martinez. I just want you to know you made this nigga's day or night when you said that.
And shout out
AC
let me
been
see.
blaming guys on shit since I've been listening. I don't blame nobody for shit. I just think that everybody needs to hold themselves accountable, male and female. Look, we all grown. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
And shout out to Crystal Martinez. It's been told to me that you're getting married tomorrow. So hold on.
Tomorrow?
Hold
Girl,
on.
you better get off of here, girl. Girl, It is 11:10, honey. We do not need bags under your eyes. You need to be beat to the gods tomorrow.
I appreciate you in here hanging with us and you having a beautiful, lovely day. You know
I do too. But girl, you need to lay down.
And you know, I appreciate it.
So you can
and hopefully this ain't your last time. Just keep on keeping.
Come back.
Keep on keeping.
Come back.
It said it disconnects for a sec. I think that's other people's. So I don't know what's going on. Side eye AC. Oh, okay.
Rough Rider Nympho thinks that I've been
Sprint
blaming people for shit. You know, at the end, look, if y'all follow this show, y'all know I love niggas, so that shit is bullshit. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna call a spade a fucking spade. If somebody's trying to say some shit about women chose to do this or that when I know how babies are created, I just call facts. That ain't got nothing to do with blaming.
So look,
for anything.
are we sitting here saying that before she was killed, that Ray Caruth didn't tell her that he didn't want to have a baby with her? Is that what we saying
I'm
here?
sure
I'm not
that
saying
had
anything
because
I wasn't there and I don't know what the fuck happened.
I mean, it has to happen. You a smart woman to know if it went to this degree.
I'm a smart enough woman to know that if I don't want to have a child, I'm not gonna fucking have my nut inside of a bitch. That's what I know.
She probably told him she was pregnant and he hit her with the, well, what you gonna do?
Right, because I'm pretty sure about.
I just don't understand why people nut in people that they don't want to have kids with. Can we have that conversation?
I'm pretty sure about
why do people nut inside of people that they don't want to have kids with?
Why do people speed on the freeway if they don't want to get caught speeding?
No. We're not going to deflect. I want each and every one of you to tell me, why do men nut inside of women that they don't want to have kids with?
Because pussy feels great no matter
selfish.
who.
In all honesty, I have never, and I told this to the little homie, I never ejaculated inside a woman that I wouldn't mind having my child. Period.
Okay.
So that's how you cut.
So then that means you wouldn't have any reason to kill a bitch who's 8 months pregnant because you'd be okay with her having a child. But Dolly said because pussy feels good.
Both my kids is by my wife.
But granted,
hold on.
Granted, both of your kids are by your wife. But what you said is what a lot of men think. Though.
Exactly, but that's why I said it. I didn't say it because that's my case. I'm not out here busting wild nuts in everybody.
That's my point. Niggas be selfish in that moment because pussy feels good.
Let's be real.
No. Niggas be selfish in that moment because pussy feels good. But then when a baby is created, then it's her fault if she doesn't believe in abortion. Or if she wants to have her child. But the thing is,
it's like this though. But
is it a shocker that some women just don't believe in abortion?
But you believe in premarital sex though?
It doesn't matter. Everybody has their different value systems.
But
my point is that if a nigga doesn't believe in having a child with someone he doesn't want to have a child with, he should not put his sperm inside of that woman.
And that's golden advice.
Can
but
we
she
not
shouldn't
all
be laying
agree
down
on
with
that?
a nigga she don't want to make a baby with either, even though
obviously
he's a
she
lottery
was okay
ticket.
with it if she continued her pregnancy.
Yeah,
so
he's
that
a
part
lottery
is we're
ticket.
not disputing. What we're disputing is the fact that he didn't want the baby. Correct?
Yeah, but that if you a lottery ticket, you got to value that.
And
nut.
I'm not blaming a nigga for anything. I'm just blaming adults for being irresponsible.
He for sure.
This has nothing to do. See, this is what I noticed. Men think that I'm blaming men when I hold niggas accountable, and that's a very punk ass fucking response to a very adult conversation.
Yeah, but accountability.
If
goes
I
both
have
ways.
responsibility for myself, if I was a nigga and I had the option of whether or not I could get someone pregnant, and I knew I didn't want to, I would not be putting my nut in bitches. Because guess what? There's fucking condoms. There's pulling out. There's all type of ways to avoid getting a bitch pregnant. So I'm just saying, like, it don't have nothing to do with her. It's not about blaming anybody. It's just about empowering yourself as a man. If you don't want to get someone pregnant, there's ways to avoid doing that. That's all I'm saying. It's not about blame. It's about, if anything, empowering a nigga to know, like, you have options.
I feel like
you don't have to rely on her to make the decision. You can make the decision.
To 90% of kids that people have were not planned. Point blank, period. So, I mean, hey, if this situation, he didn't plan on having a child, but he do have a target on his back because he made money like everybody. That's why there's groupies. all these bitches show up to these clubs looking 100% flawless to get these niggas to have babies by him. Look at you. You think Drake wanted to have a baby by that broad? Out of all the pretty bitches he done had, you think he wanted to have a baby by her?
Ugly bitches is fertile.
And niggas always seem to nut in their asses.
But that's what I'm saying, because I be like, nigga, that's the bitch.
The part that kills me.
That's
niggas
the one that you got pregnant, nigga.
Wild.
You fucked Malia Michelle and all types of other dimes.
I don't know. That's like, okay, me coming from a woman's perspective, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all, because now we're talking about accountability. If I know I don't want to get pregnant by a nigga, I'm not going to let him nut in me.
But if it's Drake,
if I want to let Drake nut in me, I will allow him to do that. But if I don't want him to nut in me, I'm not going to let him do it.
Yeah,
but I'm also not.
Bitches be irresponsible.
I'm not going to like let Drake nut in me just because he's Drake. And that's the truth.
Some many do.
Yeah, a lot.
She
because
did.
I don't want a fucking absent father. Whether
money
he's
will be
Drake or
present.
otherwise, like
Yeah,
the money will be present.
Money isn't everything to me.
Yeah,
my child knowing that their father is present in their life, to me personally, means more than money.
But see, the thing
I know
is,
for some people that's not the case.
Yeah, but a lot of people not led by principles.
And
some people are like
right.
You led by principle, but some people not.
You're absolutely
some people's
right.
like, shit, nigga, you could be gone.
Now,
nigga,
I'm not saying that I
shit.
wouldn't fuck Drake. I would fuck the shit out of Drake. But I'm not necessarily going to have a baby with Drake because I know this nigga lifestyle and I don't want to deal with that shit.
Yo, this nigga said, man, you can nothing pretty girls and nothing the ugly chick, and all of a sudden you having possums. You having a possum.
Man, yeah.
Nigga said if it's Drake, he
fertile.
busting wild nuts. Oh, this nigga crazy. Wow,
man, but niggas like that, they need to really understand. Like, I got a little cousin, like he's super dope in football, and I'm like, bruh, value that player, because you out here busting wild nuts in these broads, nigga. They cannot wait to have the next little NFL player. Right,
and these women line up the baddest
nigga,
of
like
the baddest.
They literally like looking. They know your number. They know your stats.
They know what club you gonna be at
and
that night.
And the game they gonna put on
but
you is.
Let me be honest
you.
with
Who
y'all.
are you?
Y'all thinking like way too like small. Like, do you know bitches have kids with broke niggas? This shit don't even always be having shit to do with money. At the end of the day, a bitch will have a baby with a nigga for petty reasons, for any fucking reason.
Keep a nigga baby.
It don't even necessarily have to do with money. A woman will have a kid with a baby just because she loved that nigga.
Yeah, keep a
even
nigga
if
baby.
he ain't shit. So, I mean, granted, I understand what y'all saying as far as the money, but it's like, you know, it's not always about that. And at the end of the day, all adults, male and female, need to be more responsible. That's the moral
you gotta
of this
dance like
conversation.
niggas is shooting at you.
The moral of the conversation is men need to stop nutting in women that they don't want to have kids by. Women need to stop allowing men.
Yeah,
to
you
nut
should not
in
be
them.
fucking nobody you don't want to make children with.
That's exactly
That
what I
part
say.
right
That's
there.
what I say.
And back
That
to
part
my
right
original
there.
point, which is two broke motherfuckers don't need to be fucking at all.
That's exactly what I'm
That
saying.
part
because
right there, or be on a pill,
If
or
y'all
something,
can't
a condom
support
or
a
whatever.
child together, y'all don't even need to be having sex with each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said,
Or at the very least, you need to be using some form of contraceptive. That's all I'm saying.
now I got a homegirl who was pregnant by a dude, and he told her, "I don't want you to have this baby. I don't want to have a baby. I don't want to have a baby. I'm cool." She has it anyway. And
so that means he came inside of her, right?
And she's surprised that he don't take care of the baby.
So he came inside of someone he didn't want to have a baby by?
Yeah.
Okay.
And is it possible to sign over your parental rights as a father if you didn't want the baby?
Yeah,
it depends.
So. Yeah,
it depends because the court is not just allowing that shit like that no more. Like, you can't just sign over your parental rights.
Yeah, because it's like if you chose I don't want the baby, and she's like, well, we having this.
They don't let you do that.
You just asked out. Boy, value your sperm.
Yeah.
Just like, did you know, like, if you married a woman who already had kids prior to y'all being married, and y'all get divorced, like technically,
You got to pay child support.
yeah, those are your kids.
Damn, nigga. Y'all
Those are your
niggas.
kids. Or if y'all was married and she had a kid with another nigga, like that's still your kid.
So
Be
if-
careful, Kings.
So if Queen Latifah get married to the chick that's pregnant right now, her girlfriend that's pregnant, she have to pay child support.
Yeah, probably.
Be careful, Queen.
Probably.
Queen Latifah and them
I
deformed
think
ass titties.
everybody needs to be careful. Shit.
I'm not gonna.
Because
speak
besides
on
the whole
those
kid
things.
shit, it's HIV going around out here. Y'all so worried about kids, y'all forget that it's HIV out here too. Like the
Yeah,
kid
niggas
is
out
probably
here
the
running
last
around with that
shit
die slow.
that y'all need to be worried about. Like I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
the
it's
unshakable.
bigger shit to be worried about even besides that.
Hey, Neil, what you mean by name on birth certificate? Oh wait, let me see.
Last
name on birth certificate, parental declaration on
paternal
paternal.
declaration
So
on
mm,
certificate.
this nigga said, does EBT count?
Do you
Nick,
know
get
how
your
many
ass.
people out here without fathers on their birth certificates and shit?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
But niggas do that on purpose, right? Because they feel like if they don't sign,
Then they don't got to pay the.
they don't have to
suck.
pay. Yeah, that's their
How
mindset.
about a lot of women do that on purpose too? Because they be trying to look out for these niggas because they know they about to go get some EBT or whatever, and they don't want these niggas to get on child support. Just petty shit.
I mean, yeah, it's a bunch of
It's a lot of
It's a
bullshit
bunch of
going on
loopholes
out
in
here.
here.
Bottom line, everybody be careful. Be responsible. We all grown and it's 2018. About to
That
be
was a good point,
2019.
Nympho.
What'd he say?
He said it's fucked up because a woman could surrender her baby at the fire station, etc., but a guy can't sign his rights over as a father.
Mm.
So you can just dump the baby at the fire station and you won't have to deal with shit. But as the father, if you say, nigga, pay me, he got to pay you.
Yeah, that is true.
Deep. That's
So a
deep.
woman can completely sign her rights over, like, don't ask, don't tell. Because if you drop the baby at the fire station, they're not going to ask no questions.
Now
But
that
the father
part,
is like, nigga,
that part I could definitely say
you got to
is
take
true.
responsibility as a man.
Mm.
That's true.
So that is some shit.
That's savage.
That's nuts.
Just
This
like
man-
did y'all see when homegirl left the baby at the doorstep?
Yeah. Now
You didn't see that?
I don't
chick-
watch TV no more.
It was on Facebook.
It was all over.
It was on
all over
somebody's
everywhere.
you know them ring doorknobs.
Oh,
the doorbell,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, she dropped the baby, rung the bell, and bounced, and it looked like she had a smile on her face on some goofy laughing.
But the babe, it wasn't even like it was like standing there looking like, what the fuck just
yeah,
happened?
like damn, bitch, you just left me here.
It was like 2 or 3 years old or something.
Yeah, little
Tyler.
young little baby.
Is that considered Tyler?
Nigga, my kids is kids. I don't even know.
Oh, yo. Yeah, it's
But yeah, she left the baby at the doorstop and jetted. And I guess the story was supposedly she left the baby at the father's house for her homegirl. So she on some like, oh, y'all blew it out of proportion. I was just leaving the baby. I didn't want to talk to the father type shit. But I don't give a fuck because you don't know what could have happened to that child while the father was wherever he was at doing whatever he was doing. Because you rung the bell and didn't even make sure that the nigga was even home to pick the fucking baby up.
Yeah, that should be jail
Bitch should
time.
go to jail.
Child
yeah,
endangerment,
nigga.
right?
Precisely.
Yeah, that's definitely very irresponsible. Very
Like, don't do
irresponsible.
that shit. And if I'm her homegirl, I'm beating your ass.
That's just very irresponsible.
Yeah, like if I tell
That's
my
like
homeboy,
that,
hey, drop my kids off with my baby mama. And they like, all right, for sure. And then they just leave the motherfuckers on the front porch and jet.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Nigga,
That's
we gonna
like,
have a
did you see,
a aggressive conversation after that.
Did you see the video where it was like the mother and father who were like arguing near the car or whatever, and then she basically just like tossed the little car seat like, well, fuck it, you keep the. I mean, I couldn't hear the audio, but I'm assuming she's like, fuck it, you know, you keep the baby or whatever, and left.
Yeah.
That shit's irresponsible.
I'm showing that shit to the
too.
police. I'm like, yeah, y'all need to give me full custody.
That
This
shit's
bitch
irresponsible,
irresponsible. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm showing that to the police for sure, for sure.
Well, that was good. I mean, we didn't get to talk about everything, but this show is been great. Anything else you want to talk about before? I mean, we just hit the 2-hour mark and we made up for our back time. So if you want to get anything else in for real quick, or are you done with the topics? Any other topic?
No, not particularly.
Okay, well, Young Doe, do you have anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
I just came to shoot the shit.
Okay. And we here at Seriously Not Another Podcast. Appreciate it. It's crazy tonight. I think we hit a record in the message boards.
Wait
Because
a
of me.
minute.
You know what I'm saying?
I brings them out.
Bring them out. What happened? What was
I
said?
honestly think that it's Burn Notice and Pull Up having arguments with themselves that got these comments going up, because these niggas then went back and forth with themselves all fucking night. This nigga said Pickle gonna leave AC on the doorstep like that.
Oh my god!
Like shit
Do
like
Pickles
that.
be in the message board?
I think he's one of these two people. I don't know which one he is, but he's one of these two people.
Pickles, are you?
I think he's Burn Notice, and Pull Up is his side nigga.
Oh my god!
And they sitting together doing this shit. Like, this is foreplay. As soon as this shit in, they're about to fuck. Like, and he's gonna shake some salt on his hand before they do it.
Damn.
I don't know. Anyway, let me go on and let y'all get y'all issue real quick.
I appreciate everybody listening in the message boards. Shout out to Young Dolly, who will have his own podcast here on Townhouse Media at the beginning of the year. Cat versus dog, you know what I'm saying?
Kill me.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna let that one be off. Shout out to Nympho who called. Well, I called him. He didn't call in. He'll have No Rules podcast at the beginning of the year. We should be doing the pilot next month or December. So big things going on. Also in the beginning of the year, we will have videos on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be putting it on YouTube, and the website should be up. Everything should be up and going. So it's there.
Yes.
Follow our group on Facebook, Seriously Not Another Podcast. Seriously Not Another Podcast on Instagram. I barely be on there and shit. I barely be on mine, but go there, because when it pop, it's gonna pop. You know what I'm saying? AC, you've been great like always.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Dolly, for coming out here from the IE, man. It really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been knowing this nigga since.
Don't
we was
tell
teenagers.
your age.
We was teenagers.
Something.
Nah. When was y'all in high school? That was
2000.
2000. So 2000, early 2000 or late 90s. You know what I'm saying? So and we hit a record in the message boards. They still going. So I can't even say what the record is.
Pull Up and Burn Notice arguing with themselves.
And we up out of here, man.
Yes, sir.